Safeco Field. Clouds have moved in as we get ready for Aaron Harang's start against the Boston Red Sox, #1 scoring team in baseball. They got the best record in the American League. Nobody's won more games in the major leagues. Harang takes on 25-year-old Felix Dubron.
And for Aaron Harang, he pitched well in his last outing. It was against Cincinnati. In Cincinnati, a hitter's ballpark against a good lineup. He ended up going 6 innings in that one. Pitched well, only 2 earned runs for Aaron. As we saw last night with Iwakuma, you have to stay out of hitters' counts against the Red Sox. They are first in runs scored. They will hurt you. So for Aaron, his fastball command is going to be critical for him tonight. He has to work ahead in counts. If not, it's going to be a rough one. But he pitched well in his last outing, so if he has the same type of thing and get to that curveball, he should be in good shape.
Very encouraging, and also encouraging from last night. How about Kendrys Morales? Off to a terrific start in the first 2 at-bats. 2-run homer in the first, a solo blast leading off the third.
Well, this is what you want to see out in the power numbers. 13 home runs now on the year. Like to see some of that tonight. He will hit right-handed. The switcher will have turnaround, hit right-handed against Dubron, the lefty. But last night, encouraging signs for him. Also drove in 3 runs, had 3 hits, including those 2 home runs in last night's ball game.
A lot of hits, a lot of runs the last 2 nights. The Mariners and the Red Sox are even at 1-1. This is the 3rd game of this series. Got a day game tomorrow, 12:40 start. Good night here at Safeco Field. The pen busy per usual. How about last night? David Ortiz had an interesting evening. He goes deep. He also had a stolen base, which proved to be large. But he enjoyed this one. How about 30 seconds worth? We speed it up. But one of the longest round trippers we've had this season in the American League. Red Sox and the Mariners first pitch straight ahead.
Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Ford. We are local. By Safeco Insurance. Do more. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting the Motor City Madman Ted Nugent for 2 nights, July 19th and 20th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. You were looking at the remaining section of the viaduct there. Traffic is moving as you would expect at about this time. The traffic fantastic night for baseball. There's weather. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Throughout the evening, we will check in and around baseball. Just a half a game separates the two teams at the top of the division. We'll check in there. Also, the Angels taking on the Cubs. And speaking of Texas, they got some bad news on the injury front. We'll fill you in. But right now, some maybe good news on the Mariners injury front. For that, we go down to Jen Mueller. Jen?
Well, Angie, certainly some progress being made on the injury front when it comes to Stephen Pryor. We saw him throw off the mound today in a simulated game, 25 pitches. Remember, he partially tore his lat muscle back in April. We haven't seen him since. Today, his goal was simply to throw his fastball for strikes and to get a little movement on it. He did that. As for his off-speed pitches, they were close enough to the plate that he feels comfortable with it. There is no hard and fast timeline for his return. Remember, this is just like being back in spring training, so it could take a while before we see him, but he knows he's taking the right steps.
Feeling good. Progress is right where we want it to be at this point. So just kind of getting out there and going through the whole spring training bit again. Yeah, I think we've got past the point of the healing, so now it's time to get after it, and I'm hoping to pick up where I left off, and hopefully this team's playing good right now. Hopefully kind of jump right in there and help out.
Michael Morris and Franklin Gutierrez also part of that sim game. They will join Pryor in another sim game on Saturday, and it is at that point that Eric Wedge will know the health and the status of both Goody and Michael Morris, who are also on the DL. Well, we have to wait for that news, but we don't have to wait for first pitch and lineups. Those are straight ahead from Safeco Field as we continue our unique look from around the ballpark. Game time is next.
The cloud mass has moved in over the last hour, but that is not a deterrent here at Safeco Field as we get ready for Game 3 between the Boston Red Sox and the Seattle Mariners. Good to have you with us here at Seattle, Washington. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports crew. Aaron Harang trying to win back-to-back ball games here. 35-year-old veteran coming off a win in Cincinnati takes on the very potent Boston Red Sox, #1 in scoring in Major League Baseball, #2 hitting team in the American League. Here's Jacoby Ellsbury takes strike one. Umpires tonight, Corey Blazer's got home plate. Jeff Nelson at first, Ed Hickox at second, and Jim Joyce at third. Ellsbury back, suffered from a wrist injury. Missed the first 2 games of this series. Leader in stolen bases in the American League with 36. Very comfortable 69 degrees under these clouds. 1-1 from Harang. Breaking ball misses. What'd you like about Harang last time out in Cincinnati?
I think everything goes off of his fastball. He's not overpowering, but when he's able to locate his fastball, he can get to the good curveball and use his changeup. And he was able to do that in Cincinnati.
Base hit by Ellsbury, and here we go.
Take a look at the rest of the lineup for the Red Sox tonight. Following Ellsbury, and again, he's on the bases. 36 stolen base for him. It'll be Victorino. Then it's Pedroia, Ortiz, Napoli, Nava, Saltalamacchia, Iglesias has already made some great plays at shortstop. He will hit 8th, and then Brock Holt, the third baseman, hits 9th. Show you that 17-game hitting streak. Now 18 games for Ellsbury. For Harang, 4.92 ERA, 4-7 record. Opponent's average just 268 against him. 64 strikeouts and just 12 walks.
Shane Victorino slowed by a hamstring injury, but John Farrell can say enough about the veteran from the great state of Hawaii. Those had to push it just enough. He said he was going down the first base line at a ground out last night. He said, I can't run full out. And he started pumping the brakes. Veteranship right there.
When he needed to go, though, he was able to. He cut a ball off in the corner down in right field where he really had to run hard. He was able to do that.
Victorino last year went from the Phillies to the Dodgers, and this year free agent signee here with the Boston Red Sox. 2 for 5 night last night with 2 runs scored and an RBI.
One of the things we saw in last night's game is you can't fall behind in counts and hitters counts and throw fastballs on the plate. These guys will wear you out. You can work ahead. That's a big plus.
Miller to Franklin, and he turned a double play. That's tailor-made.
So a nice double play for the Mariners. Tailor-made double play. It's a good way to start. T-Mobile defense tonight. Raul Ibanez getting the start in left field. Saunders out in center. Jason Bay the starter in right. Ackley getting the night off against the left-hander Dubron. Kyle Seager at third. Miller and Franklin. Nice double play. They'll play up the middle. Justin Smoke has been a hot hitter for the Mariners. He is at first base. And Henry Blanco getting his first start of this series. Nick Franklin, strong arm, and then Brad Miller really done a good job at shortstop. Pedroia with a home run last night.
He is having a sensational year. 3rd in the American League. He was overtaken by David Ortiz, who's on deck. Ortiz #2 in the American League behind Cabrera. Pedroia 3rd.
That is a quality strike on the outside corner. That's an area where Aaron, when he's right, you can see it right there on our EQC tracer. He's able to hit that spot with his fastball, even though it's just 89 miles an hour. Set up the rest of his pitches for him.
2-1. Sashi Wakuma, tough night for him last evening against these Boston Red Sox. Kuma 3 innings of 8 hit, 6-run ball, all earned, no walks and 3 strikeouts. You called it, got behind, had to come in.
3-1 count to Ortiz. A couple of 2-0 counts as you look at his line from last night. Didn't walk anybody, but just too many fastballs in the middle of the plate. Hung a couple of split fingers. Only 61 pitches for Iwakuma.
Smoke takes care of it. Harang just beats Pedroia, 12th pitch inning for Aaron. Good start here in the first. Nothing across for Boston. The Mariners coming about. Back here at Safeco Field, Dustin Pedroia going to make you earn it. Made Aaron Harang get over there quickly on that ground ball to Smoke. Pats him on the back. Nice play. Let's take a look at the Mariner batting order for tonight's ball game.
Lineup brought to you by Chevron. Brad Miller, good night last night. He had 3 hits in last night's ball game. He will lead off. And then it's Franklin Ibanez. Kendrys Morales, the DH, hitting cleanup. A couple of home runs and 3 hits for him in last night's ball game. Good to see his average up to 280 now. Then it's Kyle Seager. Jason Bay getting a start out in right field. He will hit 6. Smoke, a hot hitter for the Mariners, hitting 7th, and then Saunders and Blanco rounding out the 9 for the Mariners tonight. Felix Dubron, take a look at what he has done this year. 4.11 ERA, 92 innings pitched, 87 strikeouts. That's a good number, but a lot of walks, 41 walks for Dupont. So hopefully the guys are a little bit patient early on to see where he is at. And the T-Mobile defense for the Red Sox. Nava getting the start in left field. Ellsbury, first start for him. He is in center. Shane Victorino out in right. Again on the infield, Brock Holt, the third baseman. Iglesias and Pedroia up the middle. Mike Napoli, the first baseman for the Red Sox. And Jared Saltalamacchia will do the catching tonight.
Brad Miller's going to lead it off against Felix Dubron, 25-year-old left-hander out of Carabobo, Venezuela. First pitch in there for strike. Talking to Brad during batting practice. It's like you're having fun. It's what is everything happening the way you dreamt it. He said, it's just awesome. The whole thing is just awesome. I'm having a blast. I said, it looks like it. You're playing like it. It's keep it going.
Yeah, he was the same way yesterday when I was talking to him. Just thrilled to be here. Doing a good job.
Off the fist. Iglesias will have to hustle. Nice dig by Napoli. Iglesias can play some shortstop.
Well, he's been impressive. Good hustle by Brad Miller. Ball jammed him a little bit. Slow ground ball. Take a look at Napoli over at first. The former catcher playing some first base for the Red Sox. Take a look at our McDonald's Supermo. Good pick by Napoli, and it beats Miller by a step.
Napoli and Johnny Gomes going with the 1870s presidential look.
You can see from Dubron, he'll move the ball around. He's not an overpowering left-handed pitcher. That is his out pitch, the curveball. It's a big curveball, big breaking curveball, just 72 miles an hour.
Franklin got a first inning base hit last night. Had a tough go the rest of the way. Struck out 3 of the next 4 times. All part of the learning curve, but he has been really impressive. a miss as Franklin goes down. Seen a steady diet of breaking balls of late, Mike.
Yeah, breaking balls and changeups. We've seen that both with Nick Franklin and Mike Zunino in the lineup, and that's just the league making an adjustment. Okay, Nick Franklin a lot of success early, able to hit the fastball. He can hit a good fastball and has some pop in his bat. So they're just trying to slow him down a little bit, mess with his timing. He'll make an adjustment back to the league.
Here's Raul Ibanez. Sensational season for him. Tied with Nelly Cruz. 22 home runs, tied for 5th in the American League.
So far, DuBrant, the first 3 hitters that he has faced, starting them all off with fastballs for strikes.
Oh, and 2. Comes overhand like Andy Pettit a little bit, doesn't he?
A little bit, yeah. It's a good call.
The way the glove, and then the way he reaches back and he's coming over the top. Very reminiscent of Andy Pettit. Mariners 5-3 here in the month of July. 4 more games till the All-Star break. 1-2 to Raul.
Take a look at the delivery from DuBrant on our McDonald's Supermo. Tucks that front shoulder. And back, you're right. It's a lot like Pettit.
Yeah.
Dave, that's a good call.
Thanks. He did go, says Corey Blazer. So 1-2-3 inning. Mariners are gone. Second inning coming up. Just a 12-pitch inning for Mr. DuBrant, matching what Harang did in the first inning. No score. Number 2. It is our distinct pleasure to welcome in the Mariner Hall of Famer, Jay Buhner. What's up, pal?
What's up, bud? How
are you?
Hello?
You doing all right? Able to make it back from center field, huh?
Loving life, man. Yeah, that's how I stay in shape. You know, I sprint from here all the way down to center field and all the way back.
They have a golf cart for you, man.
No, dude,
come on.
No.
You have a driver and everything.
Come on, give me some love a little bit. No, they forgot to pick me up today. All right, I'll be on. It's all good, though.
David Ortiz leads off. But the night he turned in last evening, my goodness, 4 for 5, 3 runs scored, an RBI, and a stolen base.
Well, you know, it's funny. They keep talking about Raul and how, you know, he's playing at 41 and doing the things he's doing. But David Ortiz isn't too shabby either, huh? Because he started the season on the DL. Look at him. He's got 1862, and he's hitting 327.
Second in the league.
And it's a tough league.
And he can still get to that fastball on the inner half.
That's just it. You think you lose a little bat speed. Or the biggest thing is when I got a little bit older is my vision. I was starting to lose that a little bit. He ain't slowing down, man. It's impressive.
Well, you look at his career numbers: 419 career home runs, almost 1,400 RBIs,
and last night he tied Harold Baines for the most hits for DH in the history of the game.
third on that list.
Well, good. Maybe that'll get him and Edgar into the Hall of Fame, because there's no just if they're not. Oh, Edgar, I mean, come
we
on.
could do a half hour on that, right?
Please,
right?
with that. I mean, come on.
Couldn't agree more. 3-1. Oh. Right to the gap. Boy, did he hit that one hard. Another double for Big Papi. Last night a homer, 2 doubles, and a single.
I believe that home run was on a 3-1 count. We're talking about this Red Sox team. They can really swing it, and if they get into some hitters' counts, they will hurt you. This is a fastball that's out over the plate, 88 miles an hour.
And Big Papi with that base hit. A double, is 22nd. Becomes the greatest hitting DH in the history of the ballgame, the most hits, 1,689.
Got to give him some love for that, huh?
Absolutely.
How good is that?
Standing ovation. Great fans here in Seattle. A lot of big number of Red Sox fans, but it's a great group of fans. Great ovation. David Ortiz now on top with Harold Baines, Edgar Martinez, Harold McRae, and Paul Molitor. Well, some hitters there, boy.
Well, Aaron's going to be on a trivia question now.
Who gave it up? There's Mike Napoli. Hits one, found. Napoli and Johnny Gomes. They look like those long-distance softball bombers, Mike.
Well, they do. If you watch them take batting practice, you can see why.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, we see batting practice all the time, but I mean, they're constantly peppered a couple of signs. And Edgar.
I thought the thing that was impressive last night is to see Napoli go right center field on a slider off by Iwakuma. So many times, if you see right-handers go out in that area,
that's real power, right?
Yeah, out there where that Root Sports sign is, not right field, but right center. That's generating some power.
Yeah, right there. That was part of both of you guys, your home office. Both of you guys went right center.
Well, that's what I was taught early on. I mean, power is not anybody can hit a ball down the line, right? But real power is center field, right center, hitting the gaps, and so that's early on. That's what I was taught to do: stay middle of the field, and there's a lot of hits on both sides of the field.
0-2 here to Napoli. Take a look at the Red Sox offense. I have on my stat page, the leaderboard. I got all red, and that's pretty indicative of what you're seeing right here.
And you can see what they've done in this series as a team, hitting .333 with 27 hits, 15 runs, 5 homers.
Yeah, but on the other hand, they've given up 19 runs in 2 games for a team that's got 55 wins. You know, that's kind of, you would never think that, especially against Leicester doing what they did.
Mariners got to him. They did a good job on him. 5+, 9 hits, 5 runs all earned.
And then they turn around and did it to Iwakuma last night. So, yeah, both teams right now are not getting cheated. That's for sure.
2-2 to Mike Napoli with Ortiz, a leadoff double at second.
Stay in.
One for Smoke. Can't get it.
That's the beauty, though, having power to right center. Right there, you know, there's a great pitcher's pitch, but he's got quick enough hands that he can flick it away and live for another day, for another pitch, and you never know what could happen on this next pitch. Dead red, looking to spin, looking to pull the ball. There's no way you foul that off.
Do you think this situation helps him right now, or if he probably isn't paying attention to it? Nobody out in a runner at second. He's not trying to hit the ball the other way.
I think early in the game, I think right now with 2 strikes, he's definitely trying to stay middle of the field. And I would think he's trying to go that way a little bit, but still, I think his job early in the game, wouldn't you say, would be if he gets a cookie, he's looking to spin.
Right.
Full count here to Napoli. Red Sox ending a 3-game losing streak last night with the 11-8 victory. Pitch to Mike. Outside. It's a 2-minute on the board. First 2-minute reach here in the second. Sun's going to be out. So will the Stars, and the Red Sox take on the Mariners tomorrow. Mariners matinee. Come on out. Spend the afternoon watching David Ortiz, Dustin Pedroia, and the Red Sox take on the Mariners under the summer sun. It's a special 12:40 start time. Great seats still available at mariners.com.
So you think King Felix was going, hey guys, save me a few of those for my next start.
Right?
Well, they scored him a couple.
Oh man, I was watching that game. I'm like, guys, how's that 7-7 treating you in the third?
Exactly.
I mean, that's people want to see the meat and potatoes. They like the runs, but man.
Well, they put 11 on the board for Felix's start.
Yeah, no. And then, I mean, it's tough to lose a game when you score 8 too, isn't it?
Oh, very. You kidding?
Well, I think everybody would feel good about that. They scored 7 runs in the first 3 innings, and you have Iwakuma on the mound. You have to feel pretty good about that.
Absolutely. But then, oops, the 5 spot.
Well, it happens to everybody,
It
right?
does, absolutely.
Nava fouls one out of play. Daniel led off the last 2 nights. Monday went 2 for 5, went 1 for 5 last night. Thrilled to be in left field, didn't have to play center anymore that first night.
I think what Ellsbury came up late with a little bit of a scratch.
Yeah, the wrist.
He got basically pushed into center field, and
ball found him out there.
Oops, we can't hide you out there, kid. Sorry about it. Take one for the team. But what a story, this kid coming out of independent ball, what, 5 years ago, to be doing what he's doing. He was almost out of baseball several times.
He was a manager on his college team, junior college team.
Well, I think it's a perfect example of a late bloomer, wouldn't you say?
First at bat. You'll never forget it. Bases were loaded. They talked to Joe Castiglione, on-time radio voice of the Red Sox. Swing the first pitch no matter what happens. Like happened to come up, bases loaded, hit a salami. How about that? Bases are loaded with that hit batter. And Harang is in a world of trouble.
And I can guarantee you, this guy right here is definitely looking the whirly bird first pitch.
That's a great look from our McDonald Supermo, and that pitch that was coming in. You can see Nava not making a lot of effort to get out of the way of that pitch as he takes it off of that elbow guard. And now he's in a lot of trouble. Nobody out, bases loaded.
Saltalamacchia, the hitter.
He's having a good year, 271, 8 home runs and 36 RBIs for the switch hitting catcher.
2 for 4 last night, 2 runs scored. Hit a double to left center field, a ground rule double. First pitch from Harang. Ball 1.
I like it on Nava. Take one for the team right there. It's about getting on base and doing whatever you can to help your team to win. Checking the ego, wear it, and go on down. Now you got bases loaded. Oof.
Saltalamacchia 0 for 8 bases loaded this season. One.
Take a look at this fastball, 89 miles an hour.
Nice little late sink there, Michael.
Yeah, he's a little bit tardy on that swing, too.
1-1 pitch. In there for strike 2.
Backed it up with the same pitch, so sometimes you sit there and you kind of wonder, why did he just take that pitch right down the middle? What's he thinking right there?
Didn't think he would do it again.
Yeah, that's the old mental part, the cat and mouse of the game.
1-2. High fly ball, deep left center field. Banez under it, makes the catch. Ortiz, he'll score. Napoli to third. Nava checks in at second base. Everybody moves up on a sac fly by Saltalamacchia. For Jared, his 37th run batted in. 1-0 Red Sox.
I'm going to bring up Jose Iglesias. We saw him last year, and he's a really good defensive shortstop. He can make all the plays. Has a strong arm. Didn't know how much he would hit, but he's off to a great start, hitting .388.
A nice little bang play. Got into the ball first inning.
Yep.
Nice.
Leads the team in on base percentage at .441. Breaking ball for a strike.
They say he's pretty spectacular defensively.
Mike, you said he reminded you of Mr. Vizquel first
His
night.
hands do, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That's some bueno manos.
Yes.
Very good hands.
0-2.
That's a good pitch right there. That's not going to get you hurt. You live right there.
just off the plate.
Now go off out there again a little bit more. Make him hit your pitch.
Napoli at third and Nava at second with one out and a run in. Just where he went. Flipped it away.
Keep going. Keep going out there again. See how far you can get out there.
Two pitch. Hit hard to right field, backing up. Bay is there to make the catch. Napoli will stroll home. Nava will advance to third, 2-0 Boston. Sacrifice fly Iglesias. That's his 14th RBI.
I certainly don't think he wanted to elevate that with those two.
Well, the last two pitches on the sacrifice flies, Jay. Both of them off speed pitches, both of them up in the zone.
Doing him a favor, huh, Michael?
Yeah, well, you get it up in that area, it's easy to get it in the air, and that's all he's trying to do at that point in the at-bat.
Absolutely.
Survive.
He's going, thank you. As soon as he saw it out of his hand, he's like, oh, thank goodness.
Iglesias' second sacrifice fly was the first for Saltalamacchia. It was Brock Holt, third baseman, called up Saturday from AAA Pawtucket. I remember Will Middlebrooks was his third baseman late or a lot of last year. Went into a prolonged hitting slump and he was sent out to the minors. Look out! Almost got Nava.
It's pretty good reaction time to get on the ground like that.
He's saying, get out of here. Get the head out then. Come on.
Had him squared up too, didn't it?
Oh man, ugly finder, huh? And then Butters down there, Brian Butterfield, he doesn't want to be spitting chiclets either. He's like, hey, take the donut off.
1-2.
Grief. Now with 2 strikes, all right, I can see it a little bit, but let's move it forward.
2 outs, 2 runs in. Bottom part of the order, doing some work here for Boston.
No.
Raul, come on. Miller
Nice
got
play.
it. So 2 runs for the Red Sox on 1 hit, leave a runner, a 2-0 lead. Field. Seattle Mariners baseball and Root Sports being brought to you by Sterling Bank. Nobody works harder for you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. By Mazda, we believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. And by Jack in the Box. Go to a Jack in the Box near you with Jack's new Big Stack Burger. Kevin Bodie up high tonight. Panoramic view. There's Kevin. Way to go, Kev. Good shot. 4, 5, and 6 for the Mariners here in the home second. Morales, Seager, and Bay. Outstanding year for Morales at 280. 13 home runs, 51 runs batted in. Co-leader in RBIs for the Mariners. Raul Ibanez. Been a clutch performer, too. He's 10th in the league. Runners in scoring position batting average, which is 355.
Start off a little slow, but I think everybody knew that he was going to hit.
Yeah.
I mean, he just looks good at the plate. He's got a great idea.
Well, I think when you look at the club, we talked about the injuries with the team and the guys that haven't been available, but Morales has been here for the most part. He did have a little bit of a back issue, just a couple of games that he missed, and Raul Ibanez, and you see what those two guys have done, especially as Dave was mentioning in the clutch situation, driving in those tough runs. They've done what they were supposed to do. Raul even more than that, obviously, with the first half he's had. And I think the hope is that the younger guys pick up on what these guys are doing in those situations. And I thought it was interesting, Jay, maybe you can talk a little bit about it. Nice catch by a fan over there on a foul ball. I was talking to Eric about Justin Smoke, and Smokey's been swinging the bat much better. And he was saying that runners in scoring position had been an issue. He had a good game the other night when he drove in a couple. But it was just more about him just, keeping the same attitude as he does when they're not out there, or not putting too much pressure on himself. And, my thought on it is we all at some point feel that. It's just a matter of how do you manage it, and when do you manage it, and how long does it take?
No doubt. And I think it's even more so when you get 2 strikes on you, because you try to stay away from that mental thought, that negativity of like, oh God, here we go again type mentality. And it happens to all of us. It really does. And that's when sometimes you got to step out, recollect your thought, and go back to visualization, realizing, trying to see a pitch coming in a certain area, and you hit the ball hard to that certain part of the field. It is definitely an attitude, Michael. There's no doubt about it.
Off-speed pitch and a beauty. Gets Morales looking. 3 consecutive strikeouts now for Dubron.
But like for a deal like that, he just took, he knows how Morales, being the veteran guy he can tip his hat, right? And so he comes back and he's already flushed it going back. And I think that's the difference between guys that have been in the league a little bit longer. They stay within themselves. They know through the grind of 162 games that sometimes you're going to be the GOAT. Sometimes you're going to be the hero. You're not always going to do it. If you can do it 3 out of 10 times in this game of failure, it's pretty darn good, right?
Well,
but that's the thing, though. You got to keep that guy that's on your shoulder, quit talking to you in your ear, and be able to step out, recollect, get back in, and get back to work.
I used to hate that guy, but
he dropped me nuts too, man. I mean, it's the truth. I mean, that's why this game is so mental, and sometimes you got to step out and just laugh at yourself, and that's the beauty of it is. I mean, it's still a game. You're still got to remember you're having a great time, and you're still going to have highs and lows. It's just part of it.
Seager with a base hit. First of the night for the Mariners.
Well, I think the other thing too, you're talking about Morales right there, and just forgetting about that at bat. I bet you the one thing that he's going to remember is the next time he's up there, you have a runner out of second, he's going to go, you know what? He got me out with that curveball. He's going to go to it again. He's just going to sit on it.
And a lot like Raul, because that's the type. I think I wouldn't necessarily say they're guess hitters, but I guarantee you, he's going to go up there and he's going to look for a certain pitch, and he is going to stay on that pitch. Edgar Martinez was the best at it. I know eventually I'm going to get it. I might take the first pitch fastball down the middle, and everybody goes, what's he looking for? Like I said about Saltalamacchia. He's probably looking for a certain pitch, and he's staying on it. And when he gets it, he's not going to miss it. Right. You're exactly right. I mean, that's just part of the game.
Seager on board. Hitting streak extended 10 games as Bay swings through.
That's the hard part. That's the middle part of this game, is having a game plan and staying with that game plan when you go from the on-deck circle to home plate and not changing your at-bat in the middle.
Well, and that's the difference from what you're talking about. It's not guessing. Guessing is going pitch to pitch, trying to figure out what he's going to throw. Sitting on a pitch or having a game plan is he's going to sit on that curveball. It may be the first pitch or it may be the third one, but he's going to be ready to hit it. And that's not guessing. That is having a plan because of what the information that you've been able to get. That's
right.
it. Or just from an at-bat like he just had, and then you're ready to handle that pitch. And that's the difference between guessing and having a plan and sitting on it.
The tough part is getting to that attitude, accepting that, right?
Well, it is.
Well,
the hardest part is what Jay was talking about, is you go up there and go, okay, I'm going to sit on this curveball, and now he throws you a fastball right down the middle, and all of a sudden you change. You know, that's the hard part. No, I'm sitting on the curveball. He's going to throw it, and you're to the point to where you don't care that the first pitch fastball was there. You know you're going to get that hanging curveball at some point, and you're going to be ready to hit it hard. You can't let something that happens during that at bat change what your plan has been.
And you can't now, all of a sudden, too, you can't start sitting in between, because you see a lot of guys that are late, and you're kind of like going, man, they're sitting in between. Now, they're still kind of in the back of their mind looking for that, but, hey, he might throw me a fastball. It's either or. And some guys it might be more of a location. They're sitting in a location and not necessarily a pitch. Again, that's the cat and mouse. What approach? Everybody's approach is different. Which one am I going to take? And I'm going to give myself the best chance to be successful when I step into the box.
And everybody's different when they get to that point, if they ever do.
Right.
It takes some guys to take some time. Other guys pick it up a little bit quicker.
Yeah, the game moves on, right, Michael?
It does.
With or without you, man.
That's it.
Full count here to Bay with Smoke on deck.
Talking about guys that are getting a little more playing time. I guarantee he didn't think he was going to be getting early on the ABs and the amount of games he was playing.
Jason,
yeah,
he and Raul both.
Yeah,
63rd game for Bay.
You know, Gutierrez basically hasn't been here all year. Michael has been on the DL a couple of different times.
Bouncing ball. Was it a shortstop that Dry throws over, and beating it out is Bay. Seager erased. Fielder's choice. Bay's aboard with 2 outs. Ladies, the city's largest diamond calling your name. Safeco Field Diamond. Round up your girlfriends for EQC Girls Night Out this Friday. First 10,000 women 21 and older pick up a fashionable Mariners cosmetic bag for tickets to take the girls out to the ball game. The Mariners take on the Angels. Log on to Mariners.com. Speaking of the Angels, they had a big offensive day. It continues in Chicago. They lead 12-1 against the Cubs. Bottom of the 8th inning. Well, here's Smoke.
It's a crooked number, isn't it? 12-1.
Smoke 1 for 4 last night. Hit the ball hard, lining out to left. Hard ground out to third. Hit into a double play.
He's really swung the bat well since coming off the DL. Came off the DL on June 18th, so 17 games for him, 333 overall, 4 doubles, 4 home runs for Justin.
Says he uses a heavier bat, swinging left-handed, right-handed, bigger barrel bat.
That's not uncommon with the guys that switch hit. I mean, some guys just want a little bit more extension from a certain part of the plate, depending on what side they're on.
I think the other thing with switch hitters, although their setup, they may look the same on both sides of the plate, what they're feeling is different, and they have a different swing, and so they make adjustments with their equipment that they're using, the bat. You can see Justin has struggled this year hitting from the right side of the plate. The other night he had a couple of hits hitting right-handed, so hopefully that is starting to turn around for him.
His first RBI is a right-hand hitter.
Of course, I get a lot of people out there always saying, oh, if he's a switch hitter and he's struggling so much, why didn't he just stay left-handed? Why didn't he just concentrate on a certain part of the play? And you know what? It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
2-1 to Smoke.
It's hard enough working up here, and then you got to worry about 2 sides of the plate. You do it.
Well,
good grief.
You know, I
think it's easy hit with my swing. I used to always tell that to Junior. Good grief. Go up there with my tired hack and see how much fun it is.
2-1 with 2 outs. Count evens at 2-2. Asked Smoke about hitting the ball hard. Says all I can do is continue to try to barrel it up. He says it used to get to me. So I've been as far down as possible that you can get. So I'm not going to let it bother me anymore. Just keep hitting it hard.
Okay, sure. I hope that's the truth.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, is you got to check the ego and you got to believe. You got to look yourself in the mirror and really buy into it. It's the only way you're going to get better, the only way you're going to be successful. You can say all that you want, but when you go to the plate and all of a sudden you're trying to get invisible, it's going to catch up to you eventually.
I think, too, though, you kind of go through the process of it all, especially when you're struggling and you start looking at the video, you take the early batting practice, you go hit off the tee, you do all these different things. And at some point, you can't be so concerned about how many hits you're going to get today and worry about that. You have to go up there and basically what he's talking about, and that is not worry about any of that. I put the work in, let all that stuff go, and trust that it's the right thing to do and just turn it loose. And that's a hard place to get to sometimes.
2-2 pitch. Down to third. Holt throws to Pedroia to get the final out of the second inning. Nothing across for the Mariners, who trailed 2-0. Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. Back here at Safeco Field, Red Sox have a 2-0 lead. Sacrifice flies by Saltalamacchia and Iglesias in the second inning. Back in London, saying hello to Mom and Dad. Hear from people periodically over in London. A couple of in Australia. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers. Jay Buhner with us here tonight. Here's the top of the order. Jacoby Ellsbury. His 36 stolen bases leads the major leagues. David Cabrera has 31, leading the National League of San Diego. Ellsbury with a base hit to right his first time up there, leading off the ball game and erasing a double play.
33 stolen bases. That's pretty good at this point. Huh? I mean, the day of the stolen base, you don't see that happen very much anymore.
You don't. You don't see much of it.
No. I mean, the days of like Ricky Henderson at 100 or Vince Coleman. Or, I mean,
well, even Harold, when Harold was here, he was
yeah.
about 60, 70 in that range.
I mean, how do you do that? Head first diving every day, the wear and tear of beating up on yourself. I mean,
I ask Mike that all the time about Ricky.
Yeah, I mean, and you talk about a human specimen, that guy. He was chiseled. Ricky Henderson, oh my goodness.
Pulled down to Franklin. Throws out Ellsbury, 1 out.
And everybody in the ballpark, including the pitcher, knows But you're going to be stealing. They're
Well,
pitching
the great
out.
ones, there
Still...
isn't anything that you can do about it. They're going to go, and more times than not, they're going to make it.
Nice play right there. A little tricky late hop.
And it's good to see Aaron get the ball on the ground. And one of the things that we've noticed about this Red Sox team the last couple of days, we've read you all the numbers, but they're a patient group, and they will get your pitch count up on you. Aaron's thrown 40 pitches to get through the first 2 innings. So working ahead is going to be critical. And see them, they're just going to take pitches and make you work.
And I think he did a good job of limiting the damage too.
I would agree.
Getting out of it
Bases
with
loaded,
2.
nobody out.
Oh man, getting out with 2 runs. It's a moral victory.
1-1 to Victorino.
He's got to get that 2-seamer, that 2-seamer working a little bit more. He's starting to elevate a little bit. And as you know, these guys like to get extension like a ball up as well. They like to lift.
It's another play for Nick Franklin. 2 outs.
BP fastball. Nice.
Copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Brings up Dustin Pedroia.
Not your prototypical number 3 hitter, huh?
No.
Numbers are there, but you look at him in stature and.
Well, he's not lacking for confidence.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. But what is he? $150 maybe?
Story
I
goes
said that kidding, but I mean the kid, he don't get cheated. And I love watching him play.
Story
320.
Yeah, he's hitting 320. He's right there. I mean, it's unbelievable. Story goes that last week he's watching Wimbledon and he says, "You give me a year." He says, "I can't beat anybody. I won't be able to beat anybody in the top 50, but I'll wear out 51 through 101. Give me a year to practice every day. I'll go beat those people." How confident this kid is.
That's what you got to be to survive at this game. You got to be strong between the ears. And you got to be the president of your fan club.
Well said.
And you better put up some numbers, and he does that.
Yes, he does.
MVP, Rookie of the Year.
I like his little jump thing he does too. I mean, you know, he's a grunt. There's no doubt about it. I love the way he wears the uniform.
How about the lead at first base last night, Mike?
Well, it was strange. I'd never seen it. And I don't know if he does it all the time or if it was just that moment, but he was getting his normal lead, which wasn't a big lead for him.
Lefty hitter up.
Right-handed pitcher on the mound. When the ball was going to home plate, he would break back to first, jump back one time, and then stand there. And I didn't know what that was all about.
But and he went the first to third on a base hit, I think, in that at bat.
He did. Yeah, he definitely did that. I'm curious if he does it again tonight. We'll find out right now.
Second walk issued by Harang brings up David Ortiz with 2 outs. Leadoff double for Ortiz in the second. And it gives him 1,689 hits as a DH, the most in baseball history.
Maybe he's trying to deke the pitcher to think that he was getting crossed up and then he was going to take off.
Maybe. I don't know.
He was timing it for a walk. Next time he was going to do a little walk and lead, walk and lead, walk and lead.
It was almost like that we would do it sometime too. If there's a lefty up and you can't quite get a read, and you take that little step back towards first. But it was after the ball was well on its way to home plate.
Maybe he's trying to peek in too and see what the signs are on the catcher too. You never know. Could be a lot of things.
Ortiz doubled to left center field, leading off the second.
Maybe his first base coach told him back or saw a hand flash or something like that too, and thought he was going to get back picked. You never. I mean, that's
not much of a lead right there.
Oh,
there's a drive deep to right center field, and it is traveling out of here. 2-run homer, David Ortiz. He's a one-man wrecking crew here in the last 2 days. My goodness. Another home run for Big Papi, his 19th. 2 more RBIs, his 63rd and 64th, and Boston's doubled the lead at 4-0. Last night took him 30 seconds to circuit on the home run. Tonight it was 28 and change here tonight.
You know what?
1 pitch.
He can do that. He didn't show anybody up. He still ran, even if he took his time a little bit. I think it's safe to say he's looking to whirly bird right there, Michael.
Well, that down and in pitch to a left-hander is dangerous, and especially as to a guy like Ortiz. His home run last night, he lined it out here to right field. Similar location.
For him,
to Napoli.
He gets that front foot down in time. He can do some serious damage.
can't remember, Dave, how long ago. It was probably 3 or 4 years ago when the Red Sox were in town in Ortiz. They couldn't even put him in the lineup. He was struggling so bad. Do you remember that?
Tito, so it would have been 1, 2, 3 years ago. Came here in May, struggling big time.
He couldn't even put him play.
Couldn't put it. And Tito said, "You're not playing. Just sit down, chill. You're good." And then he went on to have a hell of a series.
And then what happened?
The rest of the season, he went nuts.
Yeah. I mean, so again, he's a guy that, you know, I'll figure it out somehow, some way. Don't worry about it. I'll stay over here and take a little mental vacation for a little bit and get squishy in the cage a little bit. And for him, I guarantee it came down. It was timing. It was his foot. It was that knee kick, that trigger mechanism for him. He just wasn't getting it down in time. Just getting beat. Then you beat yourself up.
And for Aaron, we're talking about 40 pitches through the first 2 innings. He's now at 60, working here in the third. It's a tough lineup. You look at their numbers across the board. It is a difficult lineup, and you better be on top of your game. Felix was outstanding, giving up just 2 earned runs to him. You better not throw too many pitches in the middle of the plate.
#1 in slugging, #1 in on base, and on it goes.
And it shows you how good a performance Felix had right there.
Yes.
Because it jumps right, the numbers jump right out at you right there.
He was really good.
He's adding a few more tattoos too, hadn't he?
Full count. Napoli, did he go? Did not, as they check with Jeff Nelson. It would have been the third out. He's aboard. That's a third walk by Harang. Second time he's walked Napoli, and it's the second walk of the inning.
I tried to throw him a slider off the plate away, thinking 3-2 he might be swinging.
Got lucky right there. Most umpires punch him right there.
Daniel Nava got hit by a 1-2 pitch his first time up.
Two-out lightning, backbreaker. Think you're going to get out of it? Get out of it. Bam.
And as Dave mentioned, 3 walks. 2 of them have already scored.
Isn't that funny? That's a crazy stat right there. Leadoff walks come back to always haunt you.
Count on it, right? High percent base hit.
First to third now.
Napoli to third easily. They're just getting to lighten up Aaron Harang here.
Now with him on third, put some more pressure pitches on Aaron.
All this with 2 outs.
Bring out Carl Willis, the pitching coach for the Mariners. This is an off-speed pitch. It looks like his breaking ball, maybe a slider at the bottom of the strike zone, but it's in the middle of the plate. Now it's changeup. 83 miles an hour as Nava gives a bait hit through the right side of the infield. It's a really good look from our McDonald Supermo. Head right down there in the hitting area.
It's tough though when you're throwing 88, Mike, and then you throw a changeup that's only 83. That's not a big difference in speed. So those guys are kind of looking in that 80, mid-80 range, man. And you don't have that two-seamer working in your
only
location.
Guy I know that can get
out.
away with that, and he's just maybe 3 or 4 mile an hour off on his changeup is Felix, but it's the tremendous movement and arm speed he has on that pitch.
Exactly.
Everybody else better be 8 to 10 miles an hour difference with their changeup and fastball. He's special. This is just different.
And you know what? He changes speeds on his fastball too. So some of the times it might not necessarily be a changeup. It might be what he calls a BP fastball.
Right.
Just a game of inches. You get him out just a little bit in front. That's all it takes.
A lot of damage with 2 outs here in the third. Saltalamacchia, the 7th man to the plate. Foul ball.
He picked up an RBI his first time up, sacrifice fly to center field.
Well, inning was going on quite well. That was Berry and Victorino ran out to second. Walk, 2-run homer, walk, single.
Shows you let your guard down for 1 second. You just can't do it. You got to keep grinding.
Especially when you have a lineup that is as deep as this one.
Slicing drive, deep left center field. Long run, Raul Ibanez makes the catch. But in the inning, 2 more runs on 2 hits, no errors, a man left. 4-0 Red Sox.
Right now, the Red Sox lead it 4-0. That's one of the best things in this ballpark. The nachos, got a little beans on there, maybe some shredded pork, and then from there, well, it's completely up to you. Sour cream, salsa, keep on going. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Big news coming out of the AL West today, and it's not good for the Texas Rangers. They place Yu Darvish on the 15-day DL today. The right-handed all-star suffering a mild upper back strain. He's going to miss the next couple of weeks recovering. He's already sorely missing Texas. He's supposed to go tonight. Josh Lindblom taking his place instead. 9 hits, 4 walks, and 6 earnings later, guys. The Rangers lose big to the Orioles, 6-1.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Next team into Safeco Field, the Angels. And they have a 13-1 lead at the Cubs. Josh Hamilton's driven in 5. Pujols driven in 3.
A pad your stat kind of game, huh?
Trout's got 3 hits. Good grief.
We always look forward to those kind of pitchers, right? Didn't happen very often, though. But
Michael Saunders leads off here.
After this really slow start by Hamilton, he has heated up over the last week or so. The Mariners were able to pitch him off the plate, and he was swinging and everything. It might be a different guy this time around, so they're going to have to look at some tape on him and see what he's been doing over the last week. 2
homers and up to 39 RBIs.
Not only that, his defense was horrible, too. He's making boneheaded mistakes in the outfield. So, I mean, he was a mental midget.
Saturday night against these guys. He made an error Friday, made an error Saturday, and comes back and wins against Saturday in extra frames after they get a 4 spot to tie to get the extras. He hits a game-winning home run at the 11th inning. 2-2 to Michael.
He's been the best player in baseball, and you look at it now, it's like change of scenery. Grass isn't always greener on the other side, man.
Maybe he's getting it turned around, though.
Let's hope so. He's good for the game.
Nicely played by Iglesias. 1 out.
Nice play, man. Keeping those eyes down low, sticking his nose in there.
We were talking about his hands. I think he has a lot of confidence in him. This ball is hit hard at him. You can see him give a little ground.
Look at that. His eyes down with that, just studying it all the way in. The little, like you said, Omar, that little Omar flip over the first base. Always just in time to get him.
He has a strong arm, though. He'll do that a lot, but when he needs to get on it, he can do that. So I'm turning a double play. I believe it was in last night's game, and it was kind of one of those, whoa, where'd that come from?
I saw him do a backhand spin out, came up and throwing a missile over. I was like, ooh.
Henry Blanco, the catcher. Pops it up, Salta Lamacchia.
Get out.
2 down. King Felix going to take his rightful place atop the Safeco Field mound Saturday, taking on the Angels. 7:10 first pitch. Cheer on the Mariners ace from the King's Court. For $35, you're going to get a gold T-shirt and a K-card. So make the King's Court part of your weekend plans. Get your tickets now. Mariners.com/Felix. Quick 2 outs here in the 3rd. Back to the top of the order, and Brad Miller.
Brad grounded out to short. First time up. Got 3 hits in last night's game. Came into the game hitting .275.
Looking bat looper.
Oh, hero. Yes.
Base hit.
Very nice.
We would always give up a bat for a hit.
Absolutely. All day.
Just a phone call away to order more bats.
That's it. This one jams him again. He was jammed. That may have been off the end of the bat. Take a look at the swing by Brad. That's some kindling there, that's for sure. But he gets a base hit out of it.
Hey, you walk up after the game, go right into Ryan's office, Ryan Stiles, equipment manager, and say, "Hey, dude, order me up another dozen." Oh well.
What do you think, Mike? Here we've been seeing, we talked about it earlier before Jay came in, been seeing a lot of curveballs, Mr. Franklin.
And change-ups to him, yeah. They're going a lot of off-speed pitches to him and Zunino both. So we'll see what Nick will do this time. Another breaking ball, misses with that one. The league will always adjust to you, won't it, Jay?
It'll find your weakness in a hurry, and then you better keep up with it, otherwise mixed.
Yeah.
That Wally Pitt guy, man, he ain't nothing nice. Ooh, there you go, Michael.
First pitch breaking ball that he missed with comes right back with a changeup.
Hey, but it's a fastball count. He's supposed to throw me a fastball.
That's one of the differences up here.
4 runs on 4 hits for the Red Sox. No runs, 2 hits for the Mariners. 1-1 here to Franklin.
And then that speeds up the fastball. Now he's going, what in the world did I just do? That's when you turn around the umpire and you go, where was that? Oh, it was just outside. No, it was right down the middle. Thank you.
1-2.
Ooh.
Take a look at the defensive preparation for Mr. Pedroia.
He always does that little jump step. It's just his way. Some guys, like in the outfield, I like to walk into it 1-2. Like infielders, left, right brace, always do.
Took something off of that, and Iglesias gives ground, flips to Pedroia. That'll do it for the Mariners. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. 4-0 Boston. Fun here at the ballpark. Very nice night here too. It's time for AT&T trivia question. Here you go, Jay. You're included, Mr. Buhner. But listen to the trend. Who's the all-time leader?
Wow.
Home run leader at Fenway Park. Teddy Ballgame, Yaz, Big Papi, or George Herman, Babe Ruth?
I want to go with Yaz.
Long-time left fielder, Hall of Famer. Ted Williams missed all those war years, World War II and Korea. Babe Ruth.
Big Papi's got to be right up there, huh? I don't know, man. Take a stab in the dark. Yeah, eeny, miny, mo.
I go with Ted Ballgame. I go with
Teddy Ballgame.
Yeah. Go with Babe Ruth, and then we got the whole thing covered.
All right, I'll do it. I'll take one for the team.
You know what's surprising?
Backhanded by Seager.
Nice play.
It's the hurry. Gets it. Nice play.
That was an easy play, right? Ho-hum.
That's the way he makes them look. I was talking to Eric Wedge about him the other day. We're down on the field talking. Kyle was out taking his ground balls during batting practice, and I asked Eric, I said, did you realize he was going to be such a good fielder? Because everybody knew he's played second and moved over to third.
Right.
And he says, no. He goes, in fact, last year at the start of the year, it was one of the things we were concerned about, how his defense was going to be. And I said, and he goes, love him. He can play out there all day, makes the plays late in the game when you need him to. And we both agreed that, because we didn't really see it in spring training, but his arm is a lot stronger than we expected it to be over the course of the summer.
Oh, much.
Yeah. I was going to say about that list, though, with the short porch, Fenway Park, I'm surprised there wasn't a right-handed hitter. All left-handed hitters on it.
Yep.
That's a pretty good jolt out to right center field.
At Fenway?
Yeah, Fenway, yeah.
Yeah.
When you took the tumble over the fence, you made the catch out that way?
Yeah, you can't tumble over that now. They've raised that thing up. But
they did?
I agree. Yeah, I think it looks like it's a little bit higher. Well, that's Victorino. He's come to run into that thing quite a bit this year, unfortunately. Yeah. He's taken some beatings out there, but I agree with you. That's some guys, right-handed hitters, are just flick it in. But you look back at all. I mean, you got Mike Greenwell. I mean, there's a lot of guys that were big left-handed power hitters, and
yeah, right.
I'm trying to think of a righties.
Jim Rice.
Dwight
Evans.
Hall of Famer. In on a button, one hop to Mr. Franklin. 2 outs as Holt hustles down the line.
Jim, that's a good call. What a great man, too. Love that.
Jim Ed Rice.
Yeah, I love him.
That's serious power.
Good dude, too.
You missed both the Boomer, right? George Scott, you missed him by a bit.
Yeah, I didn't.
Had some big years. Mo Vaughn, good left-hand hitter up there.
Mo Vaughn could swing a little bit.
Yes, he could.
Oh, my goodness. And then he had that hip problem, right? That ended his career.
It's a drive deep right center field off the bat of Ellsbury. Off the fence.
Right, his wrist was sore.
Cruises into second with the double. His second hit tonight, his 21st two-bagger of the year. And again, here come the Sox again with 2 outs.
Well, the good news is this one doesn't leave the ballpark with 2 outs. He hits the fence, so Aaron still has a chance to get out of this inning. 87 miles an hour in the middle of the plate. Well, he hit about, I don't know, middle of the fence.
Longest hit streaks. Ellsbury and Iglesias. Alex Rios a couple of nights ago went 6 for 6. And Kyle Seager.
6 for 6. That'll raise your average in a hurry, won't it?
No question about it. Here's Victorino with 2 outs and at second.
Go 6 for 6 in the game. You're playing with some serious house money for a few games, aren't you? At least we were.
Angels game goes final 13-2.
That's when you take your little waxing and come back tomorrow and strap it on and get after it again, man.
Oakland playing at Pittsburgh, and after a rain delay, Pittsburgh leads 3-0 in the 4th.
Oh, stay in here.
What go? No, sir. Good run, coach.
Well, that's a great story. I love seeing Pittsburgh doing what they're doing.
It's a good club.
It's
not by accident.
Yeah, it's the players, man. Alvarez got, he's got the pop. Cuts and can hit it out of the yard, cover center field. You got the Garrett Cole kid, brought him up. He won his first 4 games. He's lost his last 2. That's going well. They got the Grilly kid at the back end, the closer. And what, we saw 3-4 arms leading to him, right, Mike?
Yeah.
When Grilly, I mean, was he kind of a cast off from another organization and kind of basically all of a sudden?
Here's Victorino flipping one to left. Raul with the throw to the plate, offline. Scoring standing up, the speedy Jacoby Ellsbury, 5-0. Boston RBI for Victorino was 23rd.
It goes back to what you were talking about, Jay. Those two out hits, driving in runs.
Oh, he's ready.
They just take him what it gives. Look, he didn't try to do too much with it. Just slap it out there.
Even though the pitch was off the plate again,
it's elevated.
It's elevated. Yeah, it's up.
That was an 0-2 pitch. There's Pedroia. Ground out the first, walk and a run scored.
You better pay attention over at first base, too, because next thing you know, you might have another guy in scoring position again.
Victorino looked like he was hurting last night watching him trying to run. I would be surprised if he tries to go.
Before he hurt the hammy, it was 11 out of 13 as Dubrat stays loose.
Oh, so he's got the banjo playing, huh?
Yeah.
On that hammy. some point you're going to have to decide on, are you doing the team justice by being in the lineup and yourself, because you want to play the whole season. You don't want to go on that DL. That thing ain't nothing nice. And I wouldn't be surprised if later in the game if they possibly take him out and give him a chance to get a little ice.
I think as a manager, you can trust the veteran guys a little bit more to nurse that along.
In well center field, backing up Saunders, got a beat on it. He's there,
buddy.
So another run on 2 hits, no errors, a man left. 5-0 Boston. Does an American League manager have to use the DH? Well, it is optional and has to be used for the pitcher, and it must be, if you're going to make the change, has to be declared before the game. And you might remember this. Billy Martin used Rick Rhoden.
I was there.
You were there.
I was with the team when he did that. And everybody's like, what in the world are you doing? And he goes, have you watched him hit? And basically, I mean, not too many people question Billy Martin, but
was Rick pitching that day, or was an off day? He needed.
I think he just used him for a particular game.
Did he get a couple of knocks?
If I remember correctly, he was in the lineup as the DH, and we ended up getting rain out, so it officially didn't happen. But he was in the lineup.
Big breaking ball. 1988, when he actually did hit in a game.
Yep. I was there.
How about that? Here's Raul Labanez to lead it off for the Mariners. Boys, what do you think of DeBrunt so far as we've played 3 and change here?
His fastball's been getting a little bit better. He was throwing 87, 88. That last fastball at 92. He's been able to work in his breaking ball, but I think his changeup has been his best pitch so far.
Absolutely.
1-1 to Raul.
The equalizer.
It'll be Raul, Morales, and Seager, 3, 4, and 5 here in the 4th inning. Red Sox 2 sacrifice flies in the 2nd, a 2-run homer by Ortiz in the 3rd, an RBI single by Victorino in the 4th. Mariners had a couple of hits. Shot foul. Two balls, 2 strikes to Raul. Big shift on for him as per usual. Outside, it's by Saltalamacchia.
I think one of the more impressive things about Raul, Jay, is it's not the fact that he stays in great shape, which he does, and that he's still able to hit his home runs, which he's obviously doing. The fact that he wants to do it. I mean, I think mentally, at 41 years old, to want to be able to go out and go through the everyday stuff, not just coming and playing games, but all the things that he has to do and mentally grinding through all that stuff is impressive.
I think that's just it, though. He loves the challenge. He loves that mental grind.
Yeah.
I think there's no doubt about it. The reason why he is successful is because he embraces that. That's what keeps him going. And I mean, in this game, I mean, you're so used to from the time you start playing in high school, or even, and you start learning about weight training and all that stuff. That's part of his routine. I mean, when he's done playing, I guarantee you he will continue to keep doing it. I mean, it's just part of the deal.
He'll come back for a reunion at 55 years old. Looks like he's 40.
I'm telling you, he
still
keeps
be ripped and V'd out.
I mean, he has a routine he does every day before the game in the training room. He goes through this strange, rather strange looking stretching exercises, but I tell you what, it works. And he's into the MAT, the muscle activation stuff, to keep himself going. And I mean, he
popped up, totally remade his diet a few years ago, right?
That's what it is. As you get older, you got to do whatever it takes to continue to keep up with the game. I mean, same thing true when you're a hitter or whatever it is. You got to figure out ways to continue to get yourself better.
Well, and the other part of it too is it's not just doing what he's doing, but he's been going out there every day.
I know.
And which I'm sure he didn't expect, probably wanted to, thought he could, obviously, because he's doing it, but Eric has had to run him out there. Now he wants to run him out there, not just because he has to, but because he's producing for him. But it's impressive.
And he's getting around. You watch him carry the mail. I mean, he runs good. I mean, he's moving around good.
It's game 91, and for Raul, it's his 69th game.
He said a little bit early in the season when guys were healthy, but you look at his latest run over the last couple of months, he's pretty much been out there every day. He did get a day off in Cincinnati, but that's pretty much been it.
I don't know about you. I hated days off. For me personally, sometimes
because?
I needed it, but I just didn't. I mean, I just wanted to go play, because I always thought that if I wasn't in the lineup, maybe that was a day I'd hit 2 bombs or something.
Hit deep to straightaway center field, and it is caught out there by Ellsbury. Retreating the first base is Abanez. Let's check in with Angie Mente.
Hey guys, tomorrow in the series finale, we have Ryan Dempster going for the Boston Red Sox, and it's TBA on the Mariners side, and we don't know who that is, but we have our suspicions. And we're thinking it is going to be Erasmo Ramirez. In 7 starts this season, 3-3 with a 3.09 ERA. Also, he was supposed to start tonight. He did not make that start, and so we believe he may be going tomorrow. Should be primed to make his first big league start since September 30th of last year. Expect a decision after the game tonight, guys.
I think you got that totally nailed, Angie. I think you're right on the money.
Or he pulled a Pascal Perez and he couldn't figure where the exit was. And he kept driving around. Remember that? Oh, I'll never forget when I heard
Just
that story.
driving around the circle of the city.
He said, I didn't know the exit.
Were you playing on the same team at that point?
No, I was not with him at that point.
Okay.
No. He was filthy, too. Oh, man.
Kyle Seager. Strike one to Kyle. Base hit the center. This one short left center field for Ellsbury. 2 outs. You're talking about Rawls' numbers. 50th start today in center field. 1 start in right field, and 15 times he's been DH. There's Jason Bay.
It's a different mindset to be a DH. A few times that would, I mean, Lou was good about if he's going to give you a day off. I mean, a lot of times he would use the DH as kind of as your day off. And for me, that was hard too, man, because they were in between ABs. You're trying to figure out what you're going to keep yourself busy and do. And
left field for Nava, and that'll do it for the Mariners. A leadoff walk to Abanez, and then 3 fly balls. That'll take us to the 5th. Red Sox 5-0. Just after 8:30 here in Seattle. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Jay Buhner joining us. Time for a CenturyLink link to what's next. And the Angels coming into town for a weekend series. Final 3 games before the All-Star break. Williams and Saunders, Weaver, and Felix. Good matchup. They've gone head-to-head multiple times. Blanton and Iwakuma.
2-11 by Blanton. Wow.
Angels with the win tonight. They've won 8 of their last 11, and they're now 44-46 as Ortiz hits into the shift. Bobbled.
Oh, David.
If he kept going, he beats it out.
Oh, the good old baseball gods sometimes keep you honest.
I always thought that I never had to do it, but I always thought it would be difficult if you're an infielder having to play that far into right field. When the ball gets to the grass, it's just different for you. The good thing he has a strong arm.
See, it is kind of hard out there in the outfield.
Well, you weren't trying to throw anybody out at first.
I did.
You could take your time, pick it up, hop, skip, and a jump, and just throw it at home.
Miller sets and throws out Napoli. Quick 2 outs.
Yeah, we'll tell you at the Kingdom, though, that one hot line drive out there, if it was a slow runner, I was doing everything I could. I won a year. I just wanted to throw somebody out at first base.
How many did you have in your career?
Not very many, but I try.
They would do it, though.
I would come up just to keep them. They'd look out and point at you and you're like, hey, man, you got to give me a courtesy run at least. You know what I mean? I mean, Cecil Fielder hit a line drive out there. Trust me, I'm going to try to throw him out.
I almost had the same thing happen to me when we were in Toronto and Joe Carter.
Oh,
I had a line drive, and I had already started to break it down, and I had to go again, and I just beat it out. And I think at the time I was in like one of those 0 for 16 deals. I was screaming at him the whole way. He's out there laughing. He's got his glove over his face. I was like, "What are you doing? I finally get a hit. You're trying to throw me out
from the outfield."
Yeah.
Come on.
That looked good. 9-3.
It's the worst.
9-3 in your scorebook.
Oh, there's not a hole you can find to crawl into on that, man.
Right.
And in Toronto too, some of those rum-dums above the dugout that just stay in your ear the whole game.
With the big lungs.
Oh my goodness.
Carter Caps warming up.
Some of Lou's favorite people too. Lou would. Oh my goodness.
Scad to left center. Saunders makes the call. 6-pitch inning for Aaron Harang. Home 5th coming up with Smoke, Saunders, and Blanco. The Dustin Ackley digs into the dirt at home plate. And now he can dig into the dirt in your very own backyard. Join us Saturday for Dustin Ackley Gnome Night when the Mariners take on the Angels at 7:10. This collectible lawn ornament is free for the first 20,000 fans. Thanks to Root Sports. Take Dustin from our yard to yours when you get your tickets at Mariners.com.
My, oh my, I have to say it. It's a good look.
The gnome.
Oh, man, I'm jealous. I know, that's why I'm laughing.
Dustin in last night's ball game went 1 for 3 with the run scored. Here's Dustin Smoke to lead it off. Mariners with just 2 hits. Seager, a 1-out single in the second. Third inning, a 2-out single by Brad Miller. And there's been a walk. That's it in terms of base runners.
There haven't been too many hard outs either.
Correct.
He's really done a pretty good job on these guys tonight. He's throwing more fastballs than I thought, though. He's at 70% fastballs. Surprising. Yeah, well, I thought he was throwing more curveballs and changeups, but he's throwing quite a few fastballs. Probably with this lead, started to throw more of them.
Until they hurt you, right?
Yeah.
Throw it until they hurt you and then make an adjustment again. Keep your defense on their toes. I mean, it's working for him, getting them in and out, getting them bat back in their hand.
And if you have them hitting it at people, keep your pitch count down and get off the field quickly, get a little bit deeper into the game, save your bullpen.
Breaking ball, did he go? They said no. Jeff Nelson. Close, 2-2. Mariners will play this weekend series with the Angels, then the All-Star break. Trip to Houston for 3 and then right back home again. 7 games, 3 with Cleveland, 4 with Minnesota. See the Red Sox again at the end of the month. On the 30th, Smoke is retired. 4th strikeout for Drew Brown.
Another changeup. We were talking about it earlier today. That seems to be his best pitch. That one at 79 miles an hour.
I think he got away with that, though.
There's
a little elevation.
Yeah, you can see that one.
It's all right, though. Things are working.
Here's Michael Saunders. Bounced to short. Leading off to third. Line drive. Ellsbury is fast, but he's not fast enough to hold Saunders to a single. Michael out of the box hard. Gets a double. Nicely done.
Well, Michael's starting to heat up again. He was really struggling, but over the last week, things are starting to turn around for him. Being aggressive on the fastball. You have to like what you see on that. You take a look at our McDonald's Supermo and the swing by Michael. Be a fastball away from him. Stays on it. Barrels that one up. That ball was hit hard out there.
5 for his last 9. 3-game hitting streak.
Lefty on lefty, you better be aggressive on that fastball.
I think he ends up with a double regardless, but you can take a look at our McDonald's Supermo and slip as he tries to plant to throw the ball back in.
10th double for Saunders. Henry Blanco, the hitter, fouled out to the catcher, Saltalamacchia. Up again. Saltalamacchia, third baseman, calls him off. Holt makes the play.
LeBron's been so good in this one. Saunders is the first guy the Mariners have had in scoring position tonight, and we're in the 5th inning.
Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. You mentioned 12:40 start tomorrow. Angels in town, then the All-Star break. Trip to Houston. Another homestand beginning on July 22nd. Top of the order, Brad Miller. Broken bat base hit to right last time up and a ground out to short. course, having a whole bunch of fun.
And he should be.
A nickname of Crazy Legs, which he picked up since he's arrived here at the ball club. That pitch outside.
You think about that, he started the season in Double-A, and here he is now. Why not have some fun with it? Some success helps too.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Brown even holds his glove in his shoulder like Pettit, but clearly that's one of his models. 2-1.
It's a good call right there, Dave. He does.
3 balls, 1 strike. Miller works a walk. It's the second of the evening issued by Dubron. Mariners have first and second for Nick Franklin, who's 0 for 2. Well, this will be his 3rd time around. He's seen just about everything Dubron's got.
Well, it's something that Jay and I were talking about earlier. League will make an adjustment to you, and how quickly can you make that adjustment back? And talking about Morales earlier in the game, sitting on that breaking ball, and we'll see what Nick can do here.
A lot of times what you can do too is you can take away a certain part of the plate too, not hit off the whole part of the plate, and that'll help you out on what pitch is going to be thrown. And
strike 1 to Nick.
And he goes and throws that little runner right in on your hands.
Saltalamacchia has done a pretty good job in these 2+ games, Mike, smothering breaking balls in the dirt.
He has. He's in the lineup for his offense. Switch hitting catcher coming into the game, hitting .271 with 8 home runs, but he's done a good job defensively, as you mentioned, Dave, keeping the ball in front of him.
Inside 2-1. Tigers beat the White Sox 8-5. Michael. Mr. Cabrera went 3 for 5 with an RBI. 366.
I'm going to say that they did a pretty good job against him, holding him down to just 1
Really?
RBI. Yeah.
Good
work.
They kept him in the ballpark. At least it could have been a solo, so I better check, huh?
2-1. Fouled back. Fielder hit a home run.
Well, that right there, Fielder, having that guy. I mean, you talk about perfect protection.
And now Victor Martinez is swinging at hitting behind Fielder.
Prince went 3 for 4 with 3 ribbies. Victor went 3 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored.
That guy can hit too, if he can just stay healthy.
Yeah.
Kind of got that injury bug, kind of nipping at him a little bit, but that guy can flat out hit.
Franklin goes down swinging on a 2-2 pitch, and that'll do it. Mariners leave a couple men aboard. 6th inning coming up, 5-0 Boston. Buhner. Revisit the trivia question, the all-time home run leader, Fenway Park. I went with Ted Williams. Mike, you went with Yaz. And Jay, you went with Babe Ruth, right? Survey says Teddy Ballgame got one right. Yaz, Jim Rice, Dwight Evans, Big Papi, Bobby Dorr.
Dewey.
Bobby Dorr, great player in the 40s and 50s for the Sox. Thought to Lamakia to lead it off. Followed by Iglesias and Holt, 7, 8, and 9. Aaron Harang had a good fifth, boys. He threw 6 pitches and got 3 outs.
Well, he threw on a lot of pitches to get through the first 3 innings, so he needed a quick inning.
There's a long drive into right field. Sought to Lamakia out of the box hard. Bay gets it back in. So leadoff single for South to Lamakia. Seventh hit for Boston.
McDonald Supermo. Looks like it's a breaking ball. It gets in on his hands. So he hits it out to right field. You can see it. Some of that pine tar on his bat.
Right above the label,
yeah.
Huh? That's a great shot right there. What's cool about that, too, sometimes you can see that bat literally flex.
Yes. Or even when they hit the vibration of it, if you hit it towards the end of the bat, you can see it vibrating.
Seeing the splinters come out when you throw the knuckles sometimes, too. Sometimes it feels like it's part of your knuckles coming out. Especially when it's April and you're opening up in Detroit.
30, 35 degrees.
Yeehaw, you hope.
Iglesias with a sacrifice fly. Brought in the second run. Early damage by the Red Sox. They loaded the bases, and then Harang shut them down for just 2 runs. Got sacrifice flies back-to-back by Saltalamacchia and Iglesias. 0-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat. Smoke. Oh, boy. That didn't work out.
Be an infield hit. Justin with the catcher running, thought he would have a play at second, doesn't, turns around to flip it to Aaron, and Iglesias just runs by him. I think even if Smoke had given him the ball, I'm not sure he would have beat him to the bag.
You know, sometimes you got to eat it, Michael, instead of trying to force the issue.
Pitching change. Here comes Eric Wedge. So Harang gets into the 6th, gives up back-to-back base hits, leaves down 5-0.
On. Hi everyone, Angie Bentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Meantime, interleague play for you under the lights at Wrigley. We got the Cubs hosting the Angels. And this one, well, it was all Los Angeles. Josh Hamilton silencing his critics, at least for one night. A pair of home runs for him, numbers 13 and 14 on the year. The Halos belted 5 total tonight. It's a good thing establishments are open late in Chicago for Cub fans. The Angels win this one. Looks like an easy game, 13-2. But guys upstairs, things a bit tough for our buddy Aaron Harang tonight.
That they were, to say the least.
Now you look at his outing today, 5 innings, 5+ for him, 8 hits, 5 runs. They were all earned, 3 walks, didn't strike anybody out. 93 strikes for him, 93 pitches, 58 strikes, and he's responsible for the 2 base runners. Lucas Licky will take over. 12 appearances on the year for Lucas. Recently recalled from AAA, 11 strikeouts in the 12 2/3 innings that he has pitched.
Well, deep sigh, you can understand a little disappointment there from Aaron Harang. He's coming off an outstanding performance against a good hitting team in Cincinnati over the weekend, his former team. Brock Holt, the hitter, he's 0 for 2. Saltalamacchia at second, and Iglesias, he's at first. And hard smoke hangs in there, didn't have the angle at first, and gets the force on Iglesias. Down to third is Saltalamacchia, reaching on the fielder's choice is Holt.
Now you look at Dustin, and it's a good play to catch it, and Dave mentioned the angle, didn't have it.
Looked like he didn't have a good grip on it, Mike.
Yeah, maybe he had to regrip it.
Boy, I think he got lucky there too, because the longer
Almost
you
hit
wait,
him.
yeah, you lose that throwing lane. It's a nice play though. That ball was hit hard.
Yes, it was.
Does a nice job over there.
I think he's been underrated as a defensive first baseman.
Handles that lobster claw pretty good, doesn't he?
2-hit night for Ellsbury, 2 for 3 with a run scored. That'll get it down 6-0. Holt stumbled. He'll go to third. And Bay's throw to the cutoff man. So first and third for the Red Sox. RBI for Ellsbury, his 31st.
This is on a breaking ball, hits it off the end of the bat, stays with it, and is able to hit it over the second baseman Nick Franklin's head. Ellsbury having a good night. He's now 3 for 4.
Brings up Victorino.
Sorry. Hate to see him with a good wrist, huh?
Yeah, right.
He's a good hitter. I mean, he's fun to watch.
Victorino through the hole. 7-0 Boston.
Now I think it's time. With his leg, the way he ran down the first base on that one too, it'd probably be a good idea to get him out if he keeps scoring runs the way they're scoring runs.
Victorino back-to-back hits, back-to-back RBIs.
It's probably worse trying to decel right there.
Yeah, noticeably limping more when he started to shut it down going to first.
Brings up Pedroia, 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored.
Keeps getting those attitude adjusters though. It's going to be hard to pry him out of that lineup, huh?
Two runs for the Sox in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 2 more here in the sixth. Third leading hitter in the American League, Dustin Pedroia. Only Cabrera and Ortiz are ahead of him. 2-0. 7 runs on 10 hits for Boston. 1 out, 2 on here. Reno.
Well, this is not the plan for Lucas Licky because there's nothing but trouble standing on deck. David Ortiz waiting to hit.
Taking all the way, 3-1. Slow roller. Miller throws it away. Coming around to score is Ellsbury.
Miller looks like he had time to get the lead runner. He'll get the error on the play.
Second error for Brett Miller since his call up, and now Big Papi with the runners at the corners. Couple runs in. Eight nothing on 10 hits for Boston. No runs, 3 hits, and an error for the Mariners. Ortiz tonight a double to deep left center field, a blast of a home run to right field, and a ground out. As we look at two of the best DHs ever.
I mean, look at those numbers by Gar. I mean, really? Those don't qualify for being a Hall of Famer, huh?
Fly ball. Saunders will take care of it. Tagging at third is Victorino, and he'll score to make it 9-0. Take a look at David Ortiz's record-breaking double in a 3-1 pitch in the second inning. Sterling Beck, nobody works harder for you. Here's 1,689 hits, most ever by a DH. Tip of the cap and a great ovation by the fans here in Seattle. So 2 outs, we get a pitching change. It was not a good appearance by Lucas Licky as the inning continues with 2 outs and the Sox up 9-0. Edgar game this Sunday Root Sports is game 4 of the 95 American League Division Series against the Yankees. Relive all the great moments as Mariners refuse to lose at Edgar Martinez's 7 RBI night. You'll hear from Lou Piniella, Norm Charlton, and many more. Look back in one of the greatest comebacks in playoff history. Still get chills thinking about it?
Absolutely. For as much adversity we had to endure during that whole grind, and then still go out and perform every night, and then to be able to come back the way we did, pretty impressive. Nice little run we had.
Yeah, talking about the Edgar game, I think it was cool about that is Edgar never showed any emotion when he was playing on the field, but in that game when he hit the home run and raised his arm going around first base, that was pretty cool.
Never ever did you see him do anything like that.
That was the only time I ever saw him do it. Carter Capps will take over 32 appearances for Carter. Tough ERA, up over 6, 41 strikeouts in the 34 innings that he has pitched.
He's about to face the 8th man to the plate here in the 6th inning for the Boston Red Sox, Mike Napoli. RBIs this inning by Ellsbury, Victorino, and Ortiz. Two and 0. Got the Caps in the 3rd of an inning last night. 2 hits, gave up a run, a walk, and a strikeout. Pitched in the 8th inning. 2-0 to Napoli. And there for strike. Takes Franklin right to the bag, and that'll do it. Red Sox get 3 more runs on 4 hits. 2 of them are earned. There was an error, and they leave a man. It's all Red Sox, 9-0. On Friday, Angels come to town, their 2nd visit this year. Pitching matchup. Mariners will have the top of their rotation, Felix and Kuma, going in games 2 and 3. Joe Saunders will get it going against Jerome Williams. Jared Weaver coming off a win against these Red Sox last Sunday night. Joe Blanton continues to struggle. A 2-11 with a 5.40 ERA. Well, no surprise with a big lead. They get Shane Victorino out of there. Jackie Bradley Jr. started his 2nd stint with the big club yesterday, called up AAA Pawtucket. He's in right field with this big lead. Victorino's already turned in some serious work, going 2 for 4. The runs scored, 2 runs knocked in.
Well, Jay was right. He thought maybe they would get him out with the lead that they have now. No reason to leave him out in the field. So Bradley will take over. Dubron still on the mound. He has pitched well on this one. Just 76 pitches, working through 5 innings.
Ho hum, right?
Struck out 5, walked 2.
Mariners tonight had just 1 runner in scoring position. That was the double by Michael Saunders with 1 out in the 5th.
It's 1 of 3 hits.
Red Sox put the shift on for Raul. Well, the other thing too, just looks like Nick Franklin. He fouled that ball off the inside of his kneecap when we were in Cincinnati, and he looks like he's still limping around a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if Eric maybe takes him out of the game at some point.
Well, that last AB, he took a hack and he kind of tweaked something. You could tell when he was walking out to second base. So.
Well, and even the throw by Miller to second base on him, he just didn't look like he had any mobility out there to make the move to at least catch the ball. So he's been playing hurt, and he's been playing with it, but at this point maybe Eric will get him out of there. It's part of the deal, though. You have to go through it. You know, just you want to play every day. That's part of the deal.
A couple of young kids in the middle of your diamond too are going to have to learn each other a little bit too on, pie 1, pie 2, inside, outside on certain throws, and it's going to take a little bit. They're learning on the job, man.
Oh, swings to the breaking ball and misses. Second time he's K'd tonight. Half a dozen strikeouts for Dubron. Here's Edgy Minton.
Guys, Boston entered this game with a 3.5 game lead over the Tampa Bay Rays. At the bottom of the race in the AL East, you have the Toronto Blue Jays, the free spending Toronto Blue Jays. They were in Cleveland tonight, knotted at 2 in the 9th inning when look who it is, Munenori Kawasaki, the former Mariner, delivering a 2-run single to break the tie. A 3rd run scored on a Michael Bourne error, and the Jays survived a late Cleveland rally to win 5-4. Guys.
All right, thank you, Edgy. As you look at the standings, very competitive division. Tampa Bay, Baltimore. The Yankees got a Lyle Overbay grand slam. Win their game 8-1 against Kansas City tonight. Broken bat, slow roller, 1 hop. Morales retired, 2 outs.
And looking at the East, just 1 club, Toronto, under 500, but they've been playing better lately. Only 2 games under 500. Tough division.
Man, they were on a roll there for a while, huh? I mean, everybody ripped them off, and all of a sudden they went. It's amazing when you run out 9 in a row, huh? All of a sudden you get back in the talk again. So you've done it once before. What's to say you can't do it again, right?
Well, exactly.
Mariners will see Toronto 1 more time. Toronto will be here in early August, 5, 6, and 7 on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Well, they did spend some money, though, didn't they? It's funny. They go like 3 or 4 years where they're all in, spend a bunch of money, and then they go fire sale a little bit. They went through that, and then change of ownership, and now they're back to free spending, obviously. I think that's safe to say, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
They got a lot of good players coming out of Florida. They got Burley and
that fire sale there, huh?
Yeah.
Well, at some point, I think you have to make a decision. You have Encarnacion and Batista there. How much longer are those guys going to be around? You want to take advantage of 2 of the more powerful hitters in this league.
Yeah.
Make a move now.
1 and 2.
Something tells me if they came on the trading deadline, the Yankees might be one of the teams going after them. What do you think?
Well, Batista's hitting 261. Encarnacion's hitting 266.
Imagine some damage, though.
Oh, yes, no. Indeed.
Either one of those guys in that Yankee lineup. I'll tell you what, it takes a special mentality, a special player to be able to play in New York, though. It can eat you up.
Give me a specific. What
media coverage? You're in the limelight. It basically everything is run out of the East Coast. I think it's safe to say everything's run out of. If it's not Boston, it's New York. Everybody knows everything about you. The fans, I mean, they can be brutal, but they can also be awesome and embracing. It's just you're always in the limelight there, no doubt about it.
Who's a lot of expectations too?
Tons.
I think the other thing to think about too is when are they going to get some of the guys back that they haven't had When are they going to?
Well, we were just looking on the internet right here that it looks like Derek Jeter might be coming back, but I'm thinking, why would he? They're saying possibly
Saturday.
Yeah, why would they do that before the All-Star break? I don't understand that. I mean, I just.
Napoli will take it himself. Mariners go quietly in the 6th. It's all Boston 9-0. It's been an exceptional night for Big Papi and the Red Sox, 9-0. So we go to the top of the 7th inning. Banged out 10 hits. Brendan Ryan takes over at shortstop for the Mariners. Good call, boys. Nick Franklin out. Miller moves over to second base. Carter Capps continues here.
Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
I don't
Give
think
a chance
so.
a little ice.
Yeah, get
ice
some of this inflammation out of there. Probably we'll get tomorrow off. Day game, bouncing back with the day game. We'll see. But he looked like he was limping around pretty good tonight.
Daniel Nava leads off, 2-0 count to him. Nava, Saltalamacchia, and Iglesias. Brendan Ryan, acknowledged probably the best shortstop in the American League, if not all of baseball. You got Miller moving from short to second, replacing Nick Franklin. And Dustin Ackley's taken over in left field for Raul Ibanez.
Pins are going to get busy right now, aren't they?
Breaking out the new colors.
You do. Yeah, they ought to show that. That thing's like in Technicolor over here, man. It's impressive.
Some nights worse than others.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Are you gluing on extra paper to the bottom?
Right. 3-2 to Nava.
There is a definite method to that madness.
Yeah.
I mean, you flip back and you pick up stuff so quick the way it's highlighted. It's pretty impressive.
Thank you. Necessity, baby.
It's on the fly. You better hurry up and come up with it.
That's
Right?
exactly right. Nava works a leadoff walk here in the 7th. Get downtown from the airport for only $2.75 on Sound Transit's Link Light Rail. See how easy it is at soundtransit.org. Saltalamacchia, 1 for 2, runs scored, got an RBI and a sacrifice fly.
A good job of leaving Texas and coming over to Boston and making himself a little bit more of a household name. Yeah. It's a pretty good lineup to hit in.
He broke in with Atlanta. Came over to Texas with Elvis Andrus and Derek Holland in that group.
Some good young talent.
Yeah.
Right? Slow roller to Miller. To Ryan for 1. That's all they'll get.
Brendan stays in there, though, doesn't he? Look at him.
He still thought about trying to turn it.
Pretty good around that bag, man.
You could see him on the outside part of it, giving Miller a nice target, knowing that the runner was coming in, and just little dance back to the inside, protect himself.
Using the backside of the bag for protection. Little Olay, nice try. You ain't gonna get me.
Ooh, that hit him.
I like it. Little bow tie. Get off my plate. Oh, and the umpire almost drilled him with the ball, throwing it back to him. It happened.
Alan Porter got it. Yeah.
It almost happened again. Went right under his arm.
Alan Porter, I think we were in Houston, or Houston was here. I do remember it was Alan Porter threw it back. I think it was Bud Norris.
I mean, that was close. I don't know if everybody at home saw that or not, but
runners at first and second, 1 out. 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 4 runs in the 6th for Boston. There's Rockholt, third baseman. Ackley, no play there. Take a look at our money tree in time play. Not a good feeling for a pitcher. There's 1, and look out. Let him try to show off his arm, huh?
Well, you have to be kind of fair to Corey Blazer, because he didn't see Blanco throw the ball back from home plate, and Carter looked like he was looking at him with his glove out there to get the ball, but he was watching the one that Blanco had thrown him. And fortunately, it wasn't thrown directly at him, because I think it would have hit him. But I think for Corey Blazer, the home plate umpire needs a little bit of a break.
That could have been ugly, man.
Very.
Spitting chiclets out there, huh? Picking up his teeth off the mound. Not good.
Two and 1 to Holt. Red Sox threatening again. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Three and 1. Jacoby Ellsbury and make that Mike Carp on deck.
Carp, yep.
Carp's going to get a chance to swing the bat with the bases loaded.
A couple of walks and a hit batter here in the inning for Carter Capps. And Carl Willis, the pitching coach. Take a trip out to the mound, talk to him.
Carp 3 for 12. Home run and 3 runs knocked in as a pinch hitter.
Mike has played well for the Red Sox. 304 average, 8 home runs for him. Did a good job.
I'll say.
Yeah.
Funny how that all works, isn't it?
Change of scenery, an opportunity to play.
And now you got to come back, a chance to come back and possibly haunt your old ball club.
Ball 1 to Carp.
Oliver Perez just starting to get loose in the pen.
Oh no to Mike Carp. 2-0.
Carp is really struggling with the strikes. When he's throwing 20 pitches, just 7 strikes.
Yeah, but as a hitter, you're looking for one thing and one thing only. You're definitely not taking just because he's not around the plate.
2-0.
Knives going, thank you.
Two and 2 to Carp. Bases loaded with the Red Sox. Saltalamacchia at third. Iglesias at second, and Brock Holt at first. The 2-2 pitch coming.
Oh,
strike 3
yes,
call. Heck of a pitch by Carter Capps. 2 outs.
Well, thank you for swinging at that 2-0 pitch.
And then locks him up with a good fastball. 95 miles an hour, right on the inside corner.
Jackie Bradley Jr. came on to play in the outfield and right field for Victorino in the 6th. Homered last night after being called up from AAA. Gets it down to Miller.
Oh boy.
And throws him out. With Carter Capps, they get loaded up, but he posts a 0. Still a ways to go. 9-0 Red Sox. By Washington's Lottery. Last year, Washington's Lottery Turn 28.6 million Washingtonians into winning heirs. They can do the same for you. Thanks to Washington's lottery, winning heirs are made daily. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and Jake Bune are on hand. 9-0 Red Sox. Game 3 of this 4-game set. Red Sox power has just been unrelenting this evening. A multitude of changes, and we will run them down as we see them. And Mike Cart is in left field. Daniel Nava goes from left to right. Jackie Bradley goes from right field to center field. And let's see, on the infield, first of all, we got Jason Bay Snyder. That's why I was looking at Snyder. Brandon Snyder's at third and batting third. Iglesias is still in there. Napoli's still there. It looks like Pedroia is out.
Yeah, start with the guys that are still in, right?
That's right. Jason Bay to lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th. DeBrunt's been good. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. Limited the Mariners to 3 hits. That's well tagged. Deep left field, going foul.
I think early in the game he established his changeup a little bit, just good enough to put it in the back of the hitters' minds, and now he's going strict, like Michael said early on, strictly with the fastball until somebody hurts him. Why not? Especially 9-0 lead.
Well, that's the point.
Come on. I mean, no more nibbling. It's the worst thing you can do in a game like this is put your defense on their heels with a 9-0 lead.
Get a lot of guys angry at you.
Oh boy. It's like, hurry up. Dot Pepsis are waiting.
Well hit. Deep left center field. A lot of carry. Off the fence. Bradley gets it back in. Leadoff double for Bay. His 6th double of the season. Mariners' 4th hit.
Well, Jason gets a fastball that he likes. 91 miles an hour right down the middle. Take a look at the location of this pitch right there for him.
Yeah, you better be cheating on it, right? With a 9-0 lead, that's the one chance you know pretty much you're going to get a fastball. And he's around in first going, please get up. Please get up.
Rock Holt moves from third. He's at second base for Pedroia. Is out of the game. There's smoke.
You're busy on your lineup card, bud.
It's all good. We got it. Outfield of Cart, Bradley, and Nava. Infield of Snyder, Iglesias, Holt, and Napoli. And Salvador Lamaki is still behind the plate.
This is a piece of cake compared to spring
training where they start bringing in the 80s and 90s. And you're going, they're not even, I guess he's a minor league call-up, huh?
I remember my first year doing radio with the Hall of Famer Dave Niehaus, and he would just go, and the left fielder caught it for the 2nd out.
Why not, right?
It's especially bad, start of spring training, those first week and a half of games. Regulars are in there for 2 or 3 innings, one at bat. Yeah, you get out of there, and then after that, the Army comes on.
So the first couple of cuts, that's the way it's got to be hectic on you guys.
I would think, and then we see it all the time early in spring training, Jay, and you're always down there working with a lot of the kids in the minor league camp. But when you're an A-ball or double-A kid and you get that one day with you're going to big league camp, what a day that is for them.
You get a little extra spending money because you get a little extra handshake for going up, little meal money for the day, which, what's MLB, what's meal money now?
I don't know.
Say, for the sake of argument, $80 a day. I mean, that's a lot of drive-through at McDonald's for those kids, man.
High fly ball. Left field. Cart called off by Bradley. 1 out in the 7th. MLB.TV celebrates 11 years. New low yearly prices. Watch every out-of-market game live and over 350 supported mobile and connected devices in HD quality with MLB.TV Premium. Visit MLB.TV today. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. Here's Michael Saunders. Doubled last time up to right center. 1 for 2.
Yeah, you got Miller and Franklin now that were in the minor leagues. They come up here and coffee tastes a little better, and they're not eating McDonald's too much, or peanut butter and jelly, and they're looking at these big league spreads. And we got one of the best chefs down there, Chef Jeremy. Man, he puts on. You talk about those guys eat like Vikings down there, man.
That's it. Right on the money.
And it is some sort of good too. So they get their feedback on. There's no doubt about that.
Well, there's plenty of incentive to want to stay here. That's for sure.
Brandon Workman warming up.
Tastes pretty good, doesn't it?
Saunders has to get a new bat.
Yep.
That 5th inning double gives him an extra base hit 3 consecutive games and 4 of the last 5.
It looks like Oliver Perez is going to come in and pitch for the Mariners. He's still throwing out in the bullpen. He's ready to go.
Perez getting ready. Bront, 25-year-old left-hander out of Carabobo, Venezuela, went 11-10 last year with a 4.86 ERA. That was pitch number 100 he just threw.
Well, you're right. Salcomaki doing a nice job back there, because you got runner on second base in scoring position. He's got the confidence to be able to bury that pitch down and then try to get that check swing or that bad swing. Gives you that extra confidence. And doubles it up right there. Does another nice job of sliding out. Give him a little head nod. I got you covered. Come on, bring it.
Bay at second with a leadoff double here in the 7th. Something off of that, 2-2. Red Sox jumped on the Mariners in the 2nd. 2 sacrifice flies, one by Salcomaki and Iglesias. 3rd inning, 2-run homer by David Ortiz. 4th inning, RBI single by Shane Victorino. And a 4 spot in the 6th. Fouled off.
Would do Bront. He is now at 103 pitches. Season high is 113. He has one thing on his mind. That's just to finish this inning and call it an evening. This will certainly be it for him.
Don Farrell, first-year manager, after 2 years in Toronto. Ground ball to Holt.
Knows a little bit about pitching, doesn't he?
Yeah, Farrell had a pretty good career, 36-46 in the big leagues. 2 outs, down to 3rd goes Jason Bay. Join us for another Coors Light Silver Bullet on Saturday, July 13th. First 200 fans who enter the pen for early happy hour at the Rail Bar receive a free Silver Bullet Saturday t-shirt. Gets you extended happy hour pricing until first pitch. Plus, if you can catch a specially marked Coors Light baseball during the Mariners BP, you're going to win tickets to an upcoming game. Don't miss this Coors Light Silver Bullet Saturdays return on the 10th of August against the Brewers. And that's Ken Griffey Jr. Hall of Fame Day.
I wonder if there'll be a lot of people in the stands.
Let's hope. I know you'll be here. We'll be here.
Absolutely.
Henry Blanco. Up the middle.
Nice.
And the shutout is gone. Blanco with an RBI, his 5th. And a big ovation from the 20,480 on hand here. The Mariners score here with 2 outs in the 7th.
And the crowd goes crazy.
Just a 2-seam fastball. It looked like Henry hit that towards the end of the bat. That little slice out to center field. You take a look at that swing and the ball on our McDonald's Supermo.
Henry got his first 4 RBIs at a grand slam in his Mariner debut at Oakland on Saturday, June 15th. Here's Brad Miller. Strike one. Long night for the fellas. 9-1 in the 7th. Iglesias throws, and it's picked
nice
by Napoli. Second good one we've seen by him tonight. We're going to break down some of the (9-1) Red Sox, third game of a 4-game set. 12:40 first pitch tomorrow, and as promised, some Buhner buzzwords for tonight.
That's page one. That's page one.
All right. There's the ones we can mention, the ones we can't mention. These are ugly finder. That's when the line drive comes right at you. And just a little funny pun, ugly finder. President of your own fan club, you better be. You better toot your own horn.
We're talking about Pedroia.
Yeah, and you just hope you don't die. Whirly bird, that's when you get one and you let it go and you connect and it goes a long way. Getting squishy, that's a lot like the whirly bird. You're seeing the ball good, connect, squish one. Playing the banjo, well, that's when you got a little tight hamstring or you got a tight elbow. You can play the banjo on it. Lobster claw, I mean, everybody knows first baseman looks like a lobster claw. And I don't remember what the other one was. Spitting chiclets, well, that's when you take a line drive back at you and hit you in the mouth and your teeth fall out.
That's a problem.
You don't want to be spitting chiclets, man. That's not good.
And they left off one of my favorites, throwing your knuckles.
Throw the knuckles, man. That's when you get. That's a jam piece. That's when you get sawed off. And trust me, it feels like you're throwing your knuckles. But you know what? If the bat dies a hero, you'll do it all day long, would you not?
Absolutely.
Brandon Snyder leads off.
Oliver Perez takes over for the Mariners, left-hander on the mound.
Hey, you play this game long enough, you got to have fun, come up with all sorts of funky sayings, and I think baseball has a lot of its own lingo. I think that's safe to say.
Now, were all of those things that you made up, or are they things that you picked up over the years from other teammates?
A few of them I just kind of used as kind of my lingo, and a lot of them, you know, spitting chiclets. I think that's been around for a long time, and you know, duck snort, and some of these other ones, they've been around. Can of corn and stuff like that. But some it's, you know, it's just, I don't know. I don't even, half the time I don't even know where it comes from.
Wow. My favorite, and it's not totally related to baseball, and you and I share this in common, the cul-de-sac.
Oh yes, the cul-de-sac, man. Absolutely. I mean, at some point when you're rocking the cul-de-sac, shave it off, huh?
That's what we both
shave it off. That's what I would be doing. I'd be rocking the cul-de-sac, which is basically you got the little island around
the horseshoe,
horseshoe around your head. So
right.
we call it the cul-de-sac.
When you said that last year, I was dying, man. That was great because it was right on the money.
That's like when people are just holding on. At some point, you know what? Just throwing the flag. Right. Hair's overrated. You know, little
shaving cream, little. That's exactly.
Oh yeah. Come get a Buhner buzz real quick and get the rest of that stuff off, man.
The cul-de-sac. That gets it.
Yeah, that was my dad. My dad was the cul-de-sac. He rocked that.
I give you due credit everywhere, and I'm telling you, it gets a big laugh every time.
I give Rick Griffin a little bit of a hard time. He's rocking the island. He's got like a little island right in the middle. It's just kind of sitting there. I'm like, dude, seriously with that. And then you get the guys that have the cornrows. You know, they got doing the plug deal. And it's like, I guess it's a sensitive matter. Hair, I guess, for some. Yeah, I don't know.
Been there, done that. Yep. 3-2. Snyder rides one into left field for Ackley. 1 out.
Or too many hats. That's why I couldn't grow, I guess. Or too many games like this where you're pulling your hair out. And there were quite a few in the early years, huh, Michael?
Well, do me a favor. When it's my time, just let me know.
Trust me, I got no problem saying what's on my mind.
Well, yeah, I know.
No, I'm jealous, man. You got a good racket there, man.
It's going back there.
Savor it. Enjoy it.
Well, I'm going to fight till the bitter end.
Absolutely.
Here's Lavarnway. Ryan Lavarnway going to pinch hit here. Taking over the DH spot. This game got away early from the Mariners. 2 runs in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth by Boston, and exclamation point with 4 more in the sixth.
Boston's definitely emptying the bench, aren't they?
They're trying to keep some people healthy too.
Smart.
As we mentioned,
they've been battling
Ellsbury. It's
right?
his first game back after sitting out a few, and Victorino, same thing. He came on yesterday and was limping around, so taking care of some guys. That's a good play.
2 outs. Well done by Brad Miller. Started the game at shortstop, now at second. Spend a summer evening at Safeco Field where you're bound to catch an exciting game, a beautiful sunset, all at a great price. Join the Mariners for the next Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package night, Monday, July 22nd. Indians will be in town, and each member of the family can pick up a view level seat for only $10. So pick up your tickets for affordable summer fun live on themariners.com/specials. Here's Mike Napoli. Mikey, couple of walks tonight, 0 for 2, scored a run. Earlier in this ball game, while the Mariners make that while the Red Sox offense was cooking, David Ortiz gave the all-time leading hitters a DH in big league history. Got it done on a 3-1 pitch, doubling deep left center field in the second inning, leading off. Napoli didn't like that call.
It's 9-1.
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
But still, you're the hitter up there. You know that, and still you're going, come on. Now he's going, don't call that one too. Rob might be the next guy out too.
You see, they're close enough to call. But as you mentioned, he's been around long enough. He knows.
Yeah.
Two outs and a 3-2 pitch coming to Napoli. Him out. So Perez throws a 1-2-3-8. For the Mariners coming up, Ryan, Ackley, and Morales. 9-1 Boston. Root Sports being brought to you by BNSF Railway, the engine that connects us. By Auburn Volkswagen, Das Auto, and by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. 8th inning. 9-1 Red Sox over the Mariners. They exploded early as we take a look at today's whiff, brought to you by Head & Shoulders with a hint of Old Spice. Felix Dubron, 25-year-old left-hander. Nice outing tonight, striking out 6, walking 2.
Did a good job tonight. Had a good location with his fastball, mixed in his curveball a little bit. I thought his changeup was exceptional tonight. And he ends up going through this one in 7 innings, 5 hits. Ended up with 6 strikeouts.
He was rolling the first 5 innings, wasn't he?
107 pitches for him. Helps to get some run support too. A couple of walks, 1 run. It was earned. Good outing for him.
That'll build a little bit of confidence for him.
Yes, indeed. 8th inning here for the Mariners. Brendan Ryan swing the bat against Brandon Workman, making his major league debut. Called up yesterday from AAA Pawtucket. His first pitch in the major leagues. Fouled off by Ryan.
I like it. Get called up, thrown right into the fire.
He may not know it right now, but he'll like it better in the morning too, to get this one out of the way.
Boy, this is a nice little easy entry, though, isn't it? I mean,
soft landing.
Couldn't ask for a better start right here.
Made a fast rise. Started this season AA Portland, went 5-1 with a 3.43 ERA in 11 games. They promoted to AAA Pawtucket on June 5th. Went 3-1 there with a 2.80. So combined, both clubs 8-2 with a 3.21 ERA in 17 games. Minor league pitcher of the year in their system a year ago.
And oh, by the way, he's throwing 96. That's a shocker. Another guy out of the pen throwing upper 90s.
Following the 2012 season, Baseball America said he had the best curveball and best control in the Boston minor league system.
Right now, he's just turning that fastball loose. 96 miles an hour again on a good heater. We haven't seen the curveball yet.
Well, if he throws it right here, Brendan might be jelly after throwing 96, 96, 96.
He's with it. Big kid, 6'5", listed him at 195. It's from Jay's neck of the woods, Austin, Texas.
Oh my goodness.
Bowie High School in Austin, went to the University of Texas. Drafted by the Phillies, 3rd round in 07.
Be a horn, baby.
And then drafted by the Red Sox, 2nd round in 2010, coming out of Texas. Drafted out of high school, became a Longhorn, got drafted out of there. Ryan leans on one, deep left field. Goodbye. Long at bat, Brendan Ryan welcomes Brandon Workman to the big leagues with a home run. How about that?
Well, how about Poppy going around in 29 seconds?
Yeah, right.
He goes around in about, what, 12?
3rd home run for Ryan, a 17th RBI. Got it on a 3-2 pitch.
And it took him a few hacks to finally catch up to the fastball of Workman, but right there you can see it right in the middle of the plate, 96 miles an hour.
How about that? Come in late in the game and get you a big fly.
17 seconds around the bag for Brendan Ryan. Was that the Adam Rosales kid who was recently sent down by the A's? Was another guy who would scoot around on his home runs. I mean, it looked like he's running a 440.
Hey, when you
400.
When you don't hit that many, you better get around the bases.
Poppy took 30 seconds last night.
You know what? Big Poppy's been doing it a long time.
391 feet for Brendan Ryan.
Man, if you don't like it, bow tie him.
To the gap, Ackley for a 1-1 pitch. Ackley will hold at second with a double. So Ackley, his 7th double of the season.
Pretty good curveball he hit right there, too. Saltonaki out there talking to him, saying, hey,
calming him down a little bit.
Hey kid, welcome to the big leagues. Now let's go to work. Come on.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little humor can loosen things up a little bit, but he's probably not used to getting smacked around back to back like that.
Ackley at second. A run in on the home run by Ryan. Here's Morales. Kendrick's to strikeout looking, fly to center and a ground out to third. Two and one. Major League debut of Brandon Workman. High fly ball, deep right center field. Bradley on the track. Can't get it. quickly to third, being waved around. Ball bobbled out there by Nava. In with an RBI double is Kevin Morales. His 52nd RBI as he retakes the team RBI lead. And for Morales, his 22nd double. Still a little contrast comparison styles here. Last night, David Ortiz with a home run. And look at Ryan here tonight. And Ryan's at second base before Papa even gets the first. Different way of doing it.
Pretty good.
And he's waving to people as he rounds third base. I mean, really, with a smile on his face. Why not? Enjoy it. Yeah, well, so much for the soft landing for Mr. Workman, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Welcome to the big leagues, kid. Somebody just turned around a high fastball up at the letters at 96 off the top of the wall.
Yeah, the other guy just hit his curveball into the gap.
Bradley has to double back, makes the catch.
That's a nice play right there.
Yeah, it was.
A little knuckle piece, started one way. He was able to play it off the backside of his head and stay with it. It's a nice play. See how the ball's kind of cutting back a little bit.
John Farrell, the manager, said Bradley plus outfield.
That was a nice play.
And they're trying to get their bullpen loose. Workman 17 pitches to record his first out.
Soft out, too.
Home run, double, long fly ball, first out. So warming up is Pedro Beato.
And Jason Bay due up next. Double scored a run his last time up in the 7th inning.
I like it, though. The Mariners aren't rolling over and playing dead. They're coming up saying, hey, we're going to keep going until we run out of outs.
Strike one to Bay. 1 for 3 with a run scored tonight.
Right now for Jason, he's got a chance to put a little ribby on the board right here.
That is a mile-high pop-up. Workman just called up from AAA Pawtucket yesterday. This is his major league debut. Foul ball.
Well, that little phone call home tonight to the parents ain't going to go over quite like he planned. What do you think?
How'd you do? Well,
I'll talk to you tomorrow. You know what? It's a start, man. And it's not how you start.
First things first. He's here, right?
Exactly. And trust me, he'll get another opportunity.
Good heater.
Fastball right there.
First strikeout victim is Jason Bay. 2 outs.
Location, man.
Are you the ultimate Northwest Mariner fan in the state of Alaska? Then Root Sports is looking for you throughout the month of July. Get a photo on Instagram or Twitter with the hashtag UltimateNWFanAlaska showing why it should be you. It'll get you entered to win a trip and a VIP experience at Mariners Fan Appreciation Night in September at Safeco Field. For your official rules, visit rootsports.com. There's Smoke with 2 outs. Runner at third. For 3 night for Justin. Ellington again. Oh, Smoke hit it hard. That'll score Morales. Smoke with an RBI double. 9-4 ball game. Smacking Workman around pretty good. For Smoke, his 12th double.
Justin gets himself a curveball. So actually, he hit a curveball and hit it in the right center. Been hitting the ball hard. Again, he's been a hot hitter for the Mariners. Picks up another RBI.
RBI be at his 18th. Here's Michael Saunders, 1 for 3. Mariners with 9 hits. Red Sox have 10. Foul that off his foot.
Hello. Look at Farrell sticking with him, see if he can get himself out of it.
0-2. 2 outs. Runner at second. 3 runs in. Struck him out. So Workman does get through the 8th inning, gives up 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. There was a man left. 9-4 Boston. (9-4) over the Mariners as we took a look at our Columbia Bank difference of the ball game. David Ortiz, that's pretty much 2 words all you need, right? They got a lot of early hits. A lot of big contributions up and down this lineup. David Ortiz tonight, a double run, scored a 2-run homer. Also delivered a sacrifice fly.
I think they've definitely used the bloop and a blast tonight.
Oh, yeah. But Tom Wilhelmsen got to get some work here tonight as we go to the 9th inning.
Another soft landing, as you say, right?
Exactly. 37 appearances for Tom. Oh, it's averaged just 177 against him. ERA to 3.58.
Daniel Nava will lead it off here in the 9th.
Yeah, that phone call home for Workman's not going to be real good with 1 inning, 4 hits, and now his ERA is 27.
Mike said it so well. He got here.
He's here. And
it can only get better.
And it will.
Big kid does throw hard too.
No, we've seen it here, especially over the last couple of years with all the youth that's come up here. It's a big jump. There's no question about it, and it doesn't matter which team you're playing for. There's adjustments to be made for everybody.
But
it's just a tough league.
But it just goes to show you too, in the big leagues, it's about location. You make a mistake over the middle of the plate, I don't care how nasty your stuff is, even if you do throw a good curveball, if it's elevated just enough, it's going to get hurt.
Well, when Tom was going through his struggles, that was the difference. He went from being one of the more dominant closers in the game to where he struggled in it, and that was the reason why, Jake, falling behind, getting the hitter's count. Next thing you know, you're in the middle of the plate, you're getting hit.
He was the best, arguably the best pitcher in baseball early on. He was unhittable.
I've said it, yeah, I agree.
Unhittable.
First couple months of the season.
Out of the box, what was it, 15 for 15 or something like that?
Yeah.
Well, that's the difference. Coming middle midget, some guys that got the really good ones find a way to get themselves out of it a lot quicker than others.
It's 3-2 here to the leadoff man Nava. Batting out of the 6-hole. Nava started the game in left field, now in right. On deck is Saltalamacchia. Let's check in with Angie Mentic.
Hey guys, here at the Ford Sports Desk, but we don't stay here very long. We check in down on the farm, Double A Jackson. Usually we're talking about the pitching, but we got to give the offense a little bit of love. Shortstop Chris Taylor's hit safely in 10 of his last 11 games. Good for a 405 clip during that stretch. He also leads all Mariner minor leaguers with 25 steals. Was the first to reach 100 hits this season. Taylor hit a home run in Jackson's 5-2 loss tonight. The talent waves, they just keep on coming for Seattle, guys.
Our outstanding stat man Chris Taylor just had his ears perk up when he heard that his namesake was putting up some numbers. There's Saltalamacchia. 0-1 to him with a man aboard. Two and one. There's a strike, evens count at 2-2. Two to Big Salty. Another full count. Jose Iglesias, the shortstop, on deck. Did not go. Ball four. Tom, at the start, he was envisioning walking the first two men that he's faced.
That looked like a 3-2 changeup. See the run on it. I think that's why Henry's out there talking to him right now. But back to what you were saying, Jay, you have to command the fastball. If you can't command the fastball, the rest of it isn't going to really matter for you.
I agree. I mean, the best pitch in baseball is a located fastball. When you throw 96, man, whew. People don't understand how hard that is to move forward. I mean, that's a free and easy 96.
Yeah.
Doesn't even look like he's doing much. And that's a special arm.
Two on, nobody out. 0-1 here to Iglesias. Fly ball right field for Jason Bay. Runner's tag. Nava will get down to third. 1 out.
And again, the leadoff walk possibly could come back to haunt you. So.
Brock Holt started the game at third, has been playing at second base once the score got big. He was 0 for 3 with the run scored and the walk. Away from Blanco. Here comes Nava. He'll score standing up. 10-4. Boston. Saltalamacchia down to second on that wild pitch.
Come on now, baby.
Take a look at the curveball in the dirt. So he hit the shin guard of Blanco.
Been a bad 48 hours for the bullpen. One pitch. Broken bat through the hole. Saltalamacchia will get the hold sign at third. Broken bat base hit. Brock Holt.
Brian Butterfield over there at third base, coach. Quick to put up the 2 hands. Jason Bay obviously has a good throwing arm.
Mike Karp will get a chance to swing the bat again. Struck out looking in the 7th with the bases loaded. Strike 1. Karp batting in a slot vacated by leadoff man Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury did plenty of damage with 3 hits, 2 runs scored, and an RBI.
Back-to-back changeups to Karp. Last one right in the middle of the plate. That's been an effective pitch for him against left-handed hitters. Talk about his curveball with that good fastball, throwing his changeup.
Guys cheating on that 96, trying to get the head out.
Well, you said it's hard to catch up to it, and you have to get the barrel going. There's a good fastball down. So that's what makes his changeup so effective.
You throw it 88, and then you throw a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. It looks like 100.
Yeah.
Every bit. To the changeup again. Wow. When do you start throwing the changeup? This year?
Second half of last year, he started to throw it a little bit, not much. Then he worked on it more in spring training. This year, it's a pitch that he's thrown quite a bit.
Mainly to left-handers for him?
Yes, always the left-handers. Rarely to a right-handed hitter.
1-2.
It's got Karp all messed up. So it's definitely effective putting that in the back of his mind.
Well, that Karp did a pretty good job just to get a piece of 98 right there.
I know.
Carp against former teammate Tom Williamson. Hit a long way foul. All 2 strikes. Runners at the corners. Line drive. Base hit left field. Scoring is Saltalamacchia to make it 11-4. Down to second goes Brock Holt. RBI for Carp. It's 26th.
Medina's getting loose in the pen for the Mariners, and Tom having to throw a lot of pitches has recorded just 1 out. 24 pitches so far. 14 strikes. Carl Willis, last couple nights, he's making a path out there to the mound as you see Medina getting loose in the bullpen.
Long night for the Mariners. We'll get a chance tomorrow. 12:40 start time to even this series up. There's not a monster rally in the bottom of the 9th here to regain some of the euphoria that was around the city and around the sports community after a game in winning game 1.
$12.40, huh? Stay hot.
Quick turnaround.
Yeah. Stick that car on cruise control and just in time to turn right back around and do it again.
Jackie Bradley Jr., second time up for him since entering the game. Grounded out to second base in the 7th inning.
Taking care of Boston so they can get out of here early, huh?
Most teams will do that.
There are exceptions.
Angels do not.
That'd be the one I was thinking of.
Yep. Well, then, you know, turn around is fair play.
0-2 to Bradley. Bradley, the 6th hitter faced by Wilhelmsen. Led off the inning walking the first 2 men that he faced, and both have since scored. Bradley swings and misses. He's gone. 2 outs.
And Tom goes back to the changeup to Bradley. It's been his best pitch in this inning. Fastball location has not been good.
Stay with it.
Yeah.
Brandon Snyder lined out to left in the 8th inning.
I love it. Just get in there and hit it. Don't question anything, kid.
One. Definitely not the same command we saw in the first couple of months.
No, he's had to throw 31 pitches in this inning. And Tom is right. He's typically getting out of there in 11, 12 pitches, making short work of it, but it goes back to having command of what you're throwing.
3-1. Data continues to warm up. 2 outs, 3-1 pitch. Took a hack. Full count. Red Sox scored 11 times last night on 16 hits. Tonight 11 runs on 12 hits. Last night they left 10 men on. Runners go. That pitch is fouled off. Do it again. Here we go. 3-2. 2 out. Runners take off. Pitch. Foul back. Two pitch one more time. Struck him out. Red Sox add 2 more on 2 hits and leave 2. 11-4 Boston.
The Red Sox leading once again tonight, 11-4 with just 3 outs to go. Hi, everyone. Angie Mentink here. Coming up on the post-game show, we make Jay Buhner stick around a little bit longer. We'll compare and contrast Edgar Martinez versus David Ortiz. We'll ask Jay about the weight of the DH and where that falls in with the Hall of Fame. Plus, guys, we will also head in, talk to the skipper, try to find out who tomorrow's starter will be. All that coming up, and we'll give you the latest updates on Pryor as well. Back to you.
All right, Angie, thank you. Henry Blanco leads off. Brandon Workman continues. Way outside with that pitch, 1-1. Blanco, Brad Miller, Brendan Ryan.
Good to see Pryor out throwing a little simulated game out there, so they felt good.
Hopefully there's good news tomorrow.
I agree.
I mean, basically, we've seen it before. Those guys, it's the day after. They'll walk off the mound and feel pretty good, and then the next day you have to wait and see how they're really going to feel.
That adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Also saw Mikey out there taking some swings, so it'd be nice to have his bat in the lineup, too.
2-2 to Blanco. Talking about Michael Morse.
Yes, sir. That's a potent bat that hasn't been able to stay healthy and stay in that lineup.
That's a shame.
Especially the way he started off like gangbusters and then get that little pinky injury. You cut the time in half on your comeback from that, and just to get out there and get a sore wheel, sore leg, and then try to play through it, and you keep aggravating it. And
strike 3 called.
There's that curveball.
Well, and the other part of it too, Jay, as we talked about the struggles with the bullpen lately, it'll be good to get Stephen Pryor back, hopefully sooner than later. They could certainly use the help. He was pitching great before he ended up going on the DL.
He's a big kid. Boy, throws hard. Man, saw him today talking to him. I'm like, man, that is a big old donkey, man. Oof.
Brad Miller. I'll come back up this way.
Yeah, he's got a special arm, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He throws 100.
He has.
Yeah. It's amazing that your arm, somebody's arm will allow him to throw that hard and not just come right out of socket.
Right.
We're blown away in Chicago watching him on his debut against Paul Konerko and the boys.
Yeah, he was throwing 100 that day.
Yep. And it was early in the year. It was a little bit chilly in Chicago. 0-2 here to Miller.
I'd say Workman is definitely
settled down, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely a different inning this inning. I like the fact that John left him out there and let him work through it. Now he's bringing him back out again. You know, see what he can do.
1-2 pitch. Two and two. Line drive to Napoli, 2 outs. Ryan came on, and for Franklin, got a chance to swing the bat in the 8th. 3-2 pitch after fouling off a couple. Homered into the bullpen in left field.
You remember those ABs late in the game? Young kid out there throwing 95, 96 miles an hour. Stay in there and keep that front shoulder in there on that curveball. Tough.
Yeah, especially when you got 2 strikes on you. He drops that on you and just buckle. Oh, we might have a chance.
No chance.
Want a souvenir.
No, you don't.
Stay in the booth, Jay.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, I started to look out there. I'm like, man, that's a long way down, boys.
Yeah, buddy.
That's all I need is to reach out and break a finger, too.
1-2 pitch.
Ooh, that's it. Bow tie, man. I like it. Just don't dive on me. Don't be diving.
Two and two to Brendan Ryan. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. Two and two. Nobody on. 2 outs pitch.
Boy, staying alive. I like it. Fouled off a pretty good pitcher's pitch right there.
Here's Workman. 2-2 pitch. Full count now to Ryan. Dustin Ackley is on deck. Here's a 3-2 to Ryan. Struck him out. That's the ball game. Another resounding win by the Boston Red Sox tonight, 11-4. Last night they won 11-8. A lot of early offense, a lot of damage done by Big Papi and the Boston Red Sox.
And now it's a tired bullpen for the Mariners. So whoever is going to be announced as tomorrow's starter is probably going to have to go deep into the game, and it's going to